aboard the hype rocket to Planet Awesome Sauce.
I may not be the world's greatest lover, but 17th place isn't half bad.
It's Madamus of the Back Library, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator, streaming throughout every week. Retro and modern game stream, watch and fail, yapping stream. He'll call you pretty. Cozy reading stream, because he loves you. Karaoke stream, prepare your ear holes. Bonus gorilla stream, watch them for Harambe. If you don't watch live, Chibi Madamus will cry. Is that not enough? If you don't watch live, this kitten could explode.
Don't blame me, I did not authorize any of this.
New schedule posted weekly on X and YouTube. Go read it. All streams scheduled in Eastern Time, God's favorite time zone. Always streaming horizontal, never vertical. Just the way you like it. Follow, subscribe, like, watch, do the things, have the fun.
I don't know what that last part even means.
Madamus of the Back Library.
Greetings, brohams. What the dillio? Welcome to the Back Library. I'm Madamus, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator, and I almost forgot my introduction. Holy crap. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in Super Shops Gaming. Super Shops, welcome in Daylin. Welcome in Judd. Welcome in Omegs. Anyone else who is currently watching, welcome in. If you're lurking, welcome in. If you're VOD watching, thank you for watching the VOD. Assuming the VOD doesn't get bonked and taken down and whatnot, welcome in Twin Opinion. Like, subscribe, notification bell, follow on X, do all the things, have all the fun, etc. and so forth. Man, I am exhausted. I just did not sleep last night before my side gig, so that was fun. Oh yeah. May the nuts be with you. May the force be with you, Mad Skywalker. Which Sith attack the kitten? Don't know. Streaming almost every day. Yeah, pretty much. Madamus reached 5K just in time for Cinco de Mayo. Yes, thank you, Daylin, for pointing that out. Yes, I hit 5K. Woo! Yay! The problem is I want to do something special for 5K, like next week, but I also don't want to use one of the things that I'm setting aside for whenever memberships are open, etc. How'd you do the thumbnail? Just curious. The thumbnail is a picture from one of the Star Wars clones. Except for the face. Easy peasy 5K. Yeah, pretty much. It is. The problem with me hitting 5K is I haven't been entirely organic with it. I have been doing a little pinch of pay to play, but when I say a pinch, I mean I will promote a short with just $10 behind it. $10 over a period of 2 weeks. And when I say over 2 weeks, I don't mean $10 a day. I mean $10 over a period of 2 weeks. So like, I don't know, 60 cents a day or something like that. And it's worked. It's really good. Thank you, Judd. Thank you. Yeah, that's a picture from one of the trailers we're going to be watching tonight. So yeah, tonight, for those of you joining us, it's May the 4th, which I have a few misgivings about. I'll mention that in a moment. It's probably me being a curmudgeon, but I don't care. So tonight, in honor of that, though, we're going to do our Star Wars deed. We are going to look at a bunch of trailers for not Star Wars movies, for things that were clones, or things that were inspired by, or things that were a reaction to the release of Star Wars, and also for for two things that you could say were part of the 20th Century Fox sci-fi trilogy of 1977, which both fell to the wayside because of Star Wars. And we'll go into that in a few minutes. And then once we're done with that, I'll play a little Rebel Assault. We'll play some Rebel Assault because I don't know how long the trailers are gonna take or not take, and we'll do something. But before we get into that, let me go ahead and talk about the schedule for the rest of the week. Let's get that out of the way. Tomorrow night, continuing Theme Hospital, because of course, God, I hope I can get more than one level done in just one sitting. Tuesday, like Spaceballs, yes, we will pull up the trailer for you. That, yeah. There are only 2 Star Wars parodies that we'll be bringing up trailers for, and that's one of them. Tuesday, we'll be doing more yapping. Wednesday, I am going to be revisiting Karate Survivor. I haven't played that in a few months, so we're going to take another look at Karate Survivor, so that'll be more of a chill stream. And Thursday, we're going to start Curse of Monkey Island, the 3rd Monkey Island game. Commercials work. If you know a local jingle, even if you never needed the business directly, then the advertising worked. Yeah, absolutely. And so that's pretty much what I've sort of done, Daylin. I either promote some of the shorts or I promote the hype advertising video things. So yeah. And it's turned out well so far. So even though, granted, I mean, you hear a lot of people who don't like to do that because they want to grow their audiences organically. There's something to be said for that. I'm not going to disagree. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong. Promotion, people, if you believe in what you're doing, if you're trying to be successful, if it's more than just a hobby to you, you should be promoting it. In my case, I consider this a step above a hobby at this point, or I'm trying to make it more than just a hobby. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, 5K. But just to mention, one of the things I was thinking about as a member stream that then I started wondering about, do it with 5K, but I don't have everything in place to do it anyway. But so we'll talk about for potential member stream. I've been thinking about, I've said before, setting up a hand cam. But getting a hand cam, and I've been looking lately at there is a DVD board game for 2 to 4 players of Indiana Jones. And my thought was, what if we work that with a hand cam and we play me versus the chat? I mean, because rolling the dice is going to be rolling the dice no matter what. And I'm not going to cheat. Congratulations on the fight. Thank you, Judd. Thank you. So I'm thinking, and if there are any decision points in the game, we could put up a poll and have like a 1 minute on the poll or something like that. And I don't know, it may not work, but it might work really well. We'll see. It's one of those things. I stumbled upon the game when I was looking up Indiana Jones games, and I saw this DVD game and was, well, wait a second, when was there an Indiana Jones DVD game? Where did that come from? And it turned out it was a board game. So yeah, something else to mention before we get into the trailers. I do want to mention about the music video I'm working on, the cover. May these nuts be with you. Yeah. I am working on the cover. I've been spending a lot of time setting up the artwork, even though I'm not an artist at all. I usually just retool photos. I've got all my background plates ready to go. So at this point, it's just a matter of... thank you, Super Shops. Thank you. At this point, it's just a matter of recording it, making sure my model works, recording all the shots then individually and trying to cut it all together. We'll see. This cover might be a disaster. The music cut, my first official cover, official but unlicensed cover, might be a disaster. If it is, it is. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. As for a timetable, can't tell you. I'm still not going to reveal the song either. But as far as a timetable God, I'd love to get it done this week. I don't think I can, but I'd like to get it done this week or next week if possible. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Oh, one other thing I was going to mention. Something stupid. I'm going to go into the browser room for just a moment. Just a sec. Fade in. I just want to open something over here real quick. So, something I'm going to be streaming, and it's really stupid. Fun fact, did you know there's Price is Right board game? I did not know that. I know there's a Press Your Luck DVD game, but I didn't know there's a Price is Right board game. It doesn't surprise me, though, because I know there was a Wheel of Fortune one. Don't know how that works. To me, those... I don't know. Something's lost, because to me, the main thing about those games is I want to win the money, and I don't win the money with the home game. Let me pull this up. Before we get into the trailers, chat, right before we get into the trailers, something I just ordered, and I'm going to post pictures of it probably on Twitter tomorrow, because it showed up in the mail, and I finished cleaning it up. I picked up a copy of this, which I'm sure a lot of you have never heard of. It's an old PC game called Free DC. And it's something which I remember playing a bootleg copy as a kid. And it's sort of a point and click and sort of not, and not necessarily good. But it's something that I've always found interesting. And it's one of those games I've wanted to pick up for years. But what's held me back is... well, this right here, it says IBM 5.25, 5 1/4. Most of the copies of this game that you get are on 5 1/4 disc. I don't have a 5 1/4 drive. It's really difficult to get a 5 1/4 drive. I found a copy that was on 3.5-inch discs, which I knew were out there, but I never was able to find it. So that just showed up, and like I said, it's sort of a point and click, but sort of not, and with some weird action segments. I don't have a 5 yeah, and they are really difficult to get, Twin Opinion. 5 1/4 drives, I saw instructions on how to get them to work on a modern PC, even how to like build a USB version of it. But you go on the eBay and you look up 5 1/4 drives, and really funky used ones are going to set you back like $50. I don't know where they all went. They must all be in garbage dumps. People must have just, I mean, when they tossed a lot of these computers, they've just tossed them. And I've said before, if I knew then what I know now, you could bet I'd still have mine. All right, let me take it back into the library so we could get started talking about the Star Wars stuff. Oops, I hit the wrong transition button. No worries. Okay, so Star Wars. Star Wars time. I just thought of a good idea. Did you never play Night Trap? I've never played Night Trap. I don't have a Sega CD. I know there's a PC version of it. I want to say I've had it on my Steam wish list. So if it ever drops to a price that I'd be willing to pay, then we might give that a go. May the 4th, I just want to come out of the gate and just say, I have a couple floppy drives for the Commodore 64, but they need a lot of work before I'd even dream of using them. Yeah, heard. Most of the ones I see are, you know, for parts only too, so yeah. And I don't know where you'd even begin getting things like that to work. Oh, yeah. Just a moment, chat. Sorry about that, chat. So before we get started with the Star Wars festivities, May the 4th be with you. But May the 4th is a bit of a sham and a bit of a scam. We're led to believe that it's the day that Star Wars came out, but it's not. Cinema Storms. It's interesting how everyone is going back to the old video games, but it's a classic. Yeah, that's the truth. But welcome in, welcome in. Also, don't forget the person on TV that literally held up a sign saying they want beer and put their Venmo number on it. They got the beer and became somewhat rich quickly, so they donated to charity. I didn't know anything about that, Daylin, but okie dokie. Not sure where I would. I don't trust a lot of charities, so. So the first thing I just want to say before we get started on these trailers and the Star Wars festivities and whatnot, May the 4th is kind of a scam and a sham, etc. and so forth. We're led to believe that it's the day Star Wars came out. It is not, okay? The original Star Wars hit theaters May 25th, 1977, not May the 4th. There wasn't a May the 4th. It was the 25th. I just wanted to say you and everyone else are awesome. Oh, well, thank you, Cinema Storms. Really appreciate that. Thank you. I don't know where the May the 4th thing started. I want to say it started with Disney. And if it started with Disney, y'all know how I feel about Disney and Star Wars. Yeah, Disney and Star Wars. Yeah. But in any case, that's not what we're doing tonight. Since this is when it's celebrated as Star Wars Day, we are going to be looking at the clones of Star Wars. We're going to look at some of the trailers for movies that were released as a reaction to the release of Star Wars, that were created as a reaction to it, that came along in the aftermath and tried to capitalize on it, that were repackaged and resold but were older. A few things in particular. And we will be a couple of the parodies like Spaceballs. And the two films that Fox was releasing around the same time. They were doing 3 different sci-fi movies, and they kind of fell to the wayside. Point in summary, advertising can work surprisingly well, especially if it goes viral. That's the truth, Dalen. That is the truth. So, at the time of, around the same time as Star Wars, there were 2 other sci-fi fantasy movies that were, that 20th Century Fox had in the works. The first one was a low budget, well, the 3 were, first of all, Star Wars. Star Wars was a lower budget film. It was a low budget film. And it was not considered to be their big baller. They didn't think it was going to be a hit until later on when they kind of realized, oh, it's going to be a hit. Question your, can Kinsey, are you trying to say Disney, can Disney buy Star Trek? It's not going to happen. Paramount doesn't want to sell it, and Paramount's already broken it anyway. So the truth is, Disney can't do any more to Star Wars than Paramount's already done to Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Indiana Jones, name any other number of them. They're dead franchises. Disney wouldn't be interested in Star Trek, really. Because Paramount isn't even interested in it. Paramount has never known what to do with it. They don't get it. So the first one I said, of course, was Star Wars. Low budget. Yeah, I know, to an opinion. The second one was another low budget one. It was a low budget. Jar Jar Abrams broke it. Yeah, well, it started with him, and it's just... yeah. Although, the truth is, I mean, I can point to problems back even to... Boy, we're going off on a tangent now. I can point to problems even back... before Enterprise and during the era of TNG and Deep Space Nine and Voyager and Enterprise, aforementioned Enterprise, with Rick Berman. Because Rick Berman, who was the producer, who was supposedly the hand-picked successor of Gene Roddenberry, he wasn't familiar at all with like the classic Star Trek lore. There was something with Voyager where someone had asked, hey, why didn't you guys ever do anything with the eugenics wars when you went back to the 90s? And his response was something like, oh, I didn't know that took place in the 90s. We totally would have done that if we knew, if I knew about it. Well, there you go. Mississippi Gonzo, welcome in, welcome in. We're still working on the lead-in before we watch some of these trailers. This has been a lot of yap already. Woo! Best yap. But welcome in. Happy May the 4th, which isn't really Star Wars Day. Star Wars Day is May 25th, but don't let Disney's marketing get in the way of, the actual release dates. Oops, hit my desk. Sorry about that, chat. So the two other films that were being released at the time, I have to believe someone brought it up. A lot of those writers were always told no. I would have thought that until the comment was made that when Rick Berman said, no, I didn't know anything about that. So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows, Twin Opinion? But then again, you can also point to... You could say, I mean, Gene Roddenberry was ready to screw up Star Trek, too. If you look at... Boy, we're going off of Star Wars and going into Star Trek. Roddenberry, when he was doing Next Generation, he wanted there to be, like, no conflict whatsoever between any of the human characters. He wanted all of the Federation to be like super evolved, where there was no conflict, no arguing, nothing. And that just sounds like the most... No arguing and sexually liberated. Because y'all know Gene Roddenberry was a bit of a perv, right? That whole line in Star Trek, the motion picture about my record of celibacy, my oath of celibacy is on record. That was Roddenberry. Yeah. Little bit of a perv. Okay, so the other two movies that were being released by 20th Century Fox around the time of Star Wars were Wizards, which was an animated film by Ralph Bakshi, an animated fantasy, not like Star Wars, but it was a sci-fi fantasy thing, and Damnation Alley. Now, first thing to point out is Wizards really got the short end of the stick. First of all, its title had to be changed. It was originally called War Wizards. But George Lucas came to Ralph Bakshi and said, hey, would you mind just changing your title? Because I don't want it to confuse people with my movie, Star Wars, which is coming out about the same time. And Ralph Bakshi just said, oh, yeah, sure, that's fine. We'll just shorten it to Wizards. So Wizards opened in theaters before Star Wars. And it was doing well. It wasn't a huge Disney hit, but it was doing well. However, when Star Wars opened, it got pulled from theaters almost immediately. In order to make room for Star Wars, because Star Wars was such a giant hit, Wizards, which had already given up its name, was ripped out of the theaters. So it's kind of become just a cult thing. Who knows if it would have become anything bigger over the years. So I think that would probably be a good place for us to start. Let's start. Wizards is good too. Yeah, and let's go ahead and start. Let's do that first. Let's do the trailer for Wizards, just so y'all can get an idea of the other sci-fi that was in that Fox was putting out about the same time before Star Wars swept them all away. And just a reminder about Wizards before I play this trailer. Ralph Bakshi, the director, was convinced that he was making a children's movie. He's on record saying he wanted to prove he could make an animated kids film just as good as Disney. Wizards is not a kids film, and you're going to see that in the trailer. The trailer alone makes it clear, holy crap, is this PG-13 or is it R? Definitely difference between TNG and Picard is TNG is utopian and Picard is dystopian. I never watched Picard. I stayed away from it. Granted, not as so much as Andromeda. I liked the first 2 seasons of Andromeda, which also inspired Rockman Zero, Mega Man Zero. Really interesting. Doesn't Mark Hamill do a voice in Wizards? I want to say he did. Twin opinion. I've never heard the claim it's a kid's movie. Oh yeah, it's on the DVD. Did Aliens count? I didn't put it on the list, Judd, but you can say, but yeah, Aliens would count because at the time, because Star Wars was such a big success, they were trying to release everything they could sci-fi and make everything else that they had sci-fi as big as Star Wars. So yeah, Aliens probably would have been nothing more than just a normal B movie, but they packaged it as an A-list movie. It was a B movie. I mean, they've admitted as much. The script was for a B movie, but they turned it into an A movie. But Twin Opinion, yeah, on the DVD and the Blu-ray, if you can find the Blu-ray, there's an interview with Bakshi where he says all that basically talks about his resentment for Disney and how he wanted to make a kid's film. And it ain't a kid's film. It ain't a kid's film.
There will come a time on the planet Earth when science and technology will be long forgotten, when humanity will rise from the ashes of nuclear holocaust, when wizards will rule the world. 20th Century Fox presents Wizards, a futuristic fantasy epic born in the mind of Ralph Bakshi, the master of animated magic.
Now, I saw it when I was a kid, though.
Avatar and Black Wolf.
And I knew it wasn't a kid's film.
And mortal enemies from the day they were born. Avatar, the good, who rules the peaceful kingdom of Montagar with wisdom.
Science and technology were outlawed millions of years ago.
And magic. Black Wolf, the future Fuhrer.
Yep.
Attention!
We got Yahtzees.
Who rediscovers the ancient secrets of propaganda, technology, and war.
I love the rotoscoping animation he did. He did some weird
sends out
stuff,
his mutant
Bakshi.
armies in a reign of unimaginable terror.
Saw it in your early 20s. Nice.
In Wizards, you will also meet the lovely Princess Eleanor, the loyal elf Weehawk, and Peace, Black Wolf's evil robot henchman, who is transformed into an avenging instrument of justice. Wizards is a Tolkien world of fairies and
Well,
elves,
I don't know that I'd call it a
sorcerers,
Tolkien world.
and demons. It is shot
No, it
10
was rated
million years
PG,
from
Judd.
now,
And they
against
marketed
strange
it for
and
little
huge
kids. It wasn't
panoramic
rated R, no.
settings. And it is more fantastic, more enchanting, and more powerful
I wish that wouldn't pop up on the screen.
than anything you've seen before. Wizards, the ultimate futuristic fantasy epic.
Yeah, but that was released in 77, right before Star Wars, and it was pulled to make room for Star Wars. Now, the other one to mention, Damnation Alley. Damnation Alley was supposed to be out before. It is a sci-fi movie with a pretty decent cast. George Peppard, Jan Michael Vincent, Paul Winfield. Movie ratings were bonkers back then. Yeah, but he probably convinced everyone it was a kid's film too. So, because he sure had himself convinced, Ralph Bakshi. It looks R to me. Yeah, and I don't know that I'd say it's R having watched it, Judd, but I would definitely say it should be like, if there would have been a PG-13, then I would have said PG-13. So Damnation Alley is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi movie. It's nothing like Star Wars, but it was the one that Fox was pouring all their money into. It was the one that they were convinced was going to be the big science fiction hit of the year of 1977. It kept getting delayed, and it came out after Star Wars. If it would have come out before Star Wars, I don't know that it would have mattered. Because Yahtzee Wizards cartoon, that is both Wait What and I Am Morbidly Curious Now. It's not a bad movie, Daylin. It's worth seeing. It is worth seeing. I like it. But it's also not something I can revisit over and over. It's not the type of animated movie I can watch over and over again, like certain things. But yeah, it's worth seeing. I like it. So Damnation Alley, they thought it was going to be their big sci-fi hit. It wound up being a big miss. And the sad thing about Damnation Alley, which we'll look at, which I'll pop up next, is it's a solid movie. I think any animation buff should check out at least once. Yeah. Things about Damnation Alley, originally it had a sound system called Sound 360. It was the only movie produced in Sound 360, and we'll never get to hear it because as far as I could tell, the original negatives are lost. The original negatives are lost, and the original Sound 360 mix for Damnation Alley is lost. But Damnation Alley came in with a roar, went out with a whisper. I just thought of something. Forbidden Planet. Forbidden Planet's good. It predates. If anything, you could say that Star Wars copied it in a lot of ways, because it's quite some time before. I would say I want to say it's about 20 years before Star Wars. Got to see Enter the Fist and Napoleon Dynamite at least once, right? Yeah. I love Kung Pao at Enter the Fist. I love Kung Pao. All right, so Damnation Alley. And this is one I'm so thankful that my parents apparently, not apparently, they did. This was one of those movies that they mentioned to me at one point, and that's what got me interested in it. But yeah, Damnation Alley was supposed to be the big sci-fi hit, and it wound up being the big sci-fi miss. We'll play this before we get into the real Star Wars clones.
Multiple warhead strike confirmed. Retaliatory strike on advisement.
Hostile missiles heading to major U.S. population targets. Launch retaliatory missiles. All enemy targets.
It's got a great soundtrack, though.
Adventures. Now you're about to live one.
And a really cool vehicle.
Damnation Alley. Everything man remembers is gone. Everything he has achieved is forgotten. Every place he has lived has become a wasteland, desolate, barren. And these 5 survivors may be the only humans left alive. Together, they will attempt a journey into the unknown.
And if you weren't scared of cockroaches before this movie, you will be if you watch it. God, the effects are awful.
Only their courage and the instinct to live could carry them safely through the hell that lies ahead. The devastation of man.
And it had such a massive budget compared to Star Wars. And yet the visuals are just not great.
And somehow, they must endure this journey through the nightmare of what we once knew as Earth. Somehow they must survive this journey through Damnation Alley.
Damnation Alley.
Starring Jan Michael Vincent, George Peppard, Dominique Sander, Paul Winfield, Jackie Earle Haley.
ILM had much better attention to detail. Yeah,
Produced in the magic of Sound 360. More than a motion picture.
And plus, Star Wars was a labor of love. Whenever you got a labor of love, that's always gonna factor in. Damnation Alley, as far as I know, had all sorts of
great adventures.
As far as I know, it had a bunch of reshoots also. And there are some scenes in the movie that just seem off. Like there's an opening scene in it with motorbikes and giant scorpions and a character in it who just disappears, and I don't get it. And then man digs up a capsule, and some blue dude with a red gem in his helmet pops out, and some dude with an ironic name creates a city with an equally ironic name, and me, Clean turned evil, Mr. Clean turned evil too. Yeah. Mega Man X, yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at actual Star Wars clones, shall we? All right, I just made a list of a few. A few, he says. Okay, so we got to talk the Space 1999 stuff. So when Star Wars hit, one of the first things that happened was Lord Grade Pictures, excuse me, in Britain. They immediately, ooh, what do we have? Oh, we own this thing called Space 1999. Hey, can we recut a bunch of the episodes into movies and shove them into theaters and try to convince people that this is a new sci-fi movie just like Star Wars? So that's what they did. They cut together I love Space 1999. Apparently they retool, and James Earl Jones as Darth. Yeah. Apparently they changed a bit. They retconned it a bit and changed it from 1999 to 2100 AD. I've never seen any of the movies. I've only seen the series of Space 1999, but they just took a bunch of episodes and they cut them into movies. The first two they put into theaters. The second two, I think, were home video only. They might have been in theaters overseas. But you could see immediately that it was a panic cash grab of, oh, someone has Star Wars, what do we have? So this is the first one, and probably the most well-known, even though it's got the worst quality trailer that I could find. Destination Moonbase Alpha.
The moon has become a vast, complex space station. Suddenly,
I remember watching Space 99 on Comet TV.
Blasted out of Earth orbit, destined to journey forever.
I originally picked it up on DVD as a blind buy. Oh, it was Lou Grade. I've read about these, never watched them or the trailers. I've never watched the movies. I love the series Space 1999.
Destination Moonbase Alpha, an epic adventure across the universe to experiences beyond the imagination of any earthbound human.
Sensors pick up configuration of a spaceship.
Heading
Directly at us.
Arm all lasers! Destroy the alien ship!
Nothing is impossible in the vast, uncharted dimensions of hyperspace.
Hyperspace! Let's get some buzzwords in.
And illusion are the weapons.
Tony! Guido! Tony!
It means we can travel anywhere in the universe now.
They're really here.
Yes.
How we can get back to Earth.
Yes.
Uber hyperspace, yeah.
Where human force and alien intelligence are the combatants.
2 aliens have been dispatched for the nuclear.
I guess these have been released to Blu-ray in the UK, or maybe Australia too.
All the alien creatures will die.
I wish they were in the Shout Factory box
human
set
extinction on
here in the
Moonbase
US.
Alpha may be seconds away.
In outer space. Yeah, well, to be honest, so the thing, Omegs, is the series Space 1999, it lasted 2 seasons. Taking the movies out of it, because it was made before Star Wars. They just repackaged it into movies for Star Wars to try to capitalize. Season 1 is fantastic. It is really smart science fiction. It's on par with Star Trek. Season 2 is let's just run around and shoot things with lasers for 50 minutes. Season 2 is pretty poor except for like 2 episodes. To think Space 1999 became a show that is essentially like Power Rangers, chopped up, mishmash, and labeled a movie. Yeah, same thing happened with Battlestar. We'll come to that eventually. Well, some of that we'll come to. Some of it I can't. I'm not going to do all the Space 1999 trailers. I am going to do the other one. I am going to do the next one that I know was put into theaters, Alien Attack. And the reason why is it really hammers the Star Wars point. Unless I'm mistaken, there's a line in the trailer even where they say, a Star War so big only Earth's moon could lead the battle. Season 1 is great. And the opening you're going to make me do the opening titles. Okay. You got to see the opening credits. To appreciate Space 1999, you got to see the opening credits. It's like, just like with anime, you got to see the opening credits. Intro Season 1. Opening credits, Jerry Anderson. Okay, yeah. Skip. Cool. Quite positive. Having a Battlestar would be fun. Yeah. Possibly my favorite opening credit sequence ever. And they were tailored each episode for the episode that was on that week. It just screams 1970s. That just makes me happy. Such a boo. And in reality, it's such a stupid concept. The Earth gets blasted out of Earth's orbit and is flying around the universe like a spaceship. Trailer music screams NSFW. Yeah, kinda, sorta. Okay, so the movie is Alien Attack. This is the only other Space 1999 trailer I'm gonna run. Love it. Almost reminds me of Blake 7 visual. And I've never seen Blake 7. I know it's out on Blu-ray now. I need to take a look at it sometime. I need to download some of the episodes.
Far out beyond our world and time lies the ultimate epic encounter with the supreme alien intelligence.
Epic.
Alien ships are approaching the base. Their intentions are not known.
Alien Attack. A stellar war so huge that only Earth's own moon could lead the human battle fleet against the most overwhelming attack mankind will ever experience.
Oh, a stellar war. I thought it said Star War when I first heard it. Oops. But yeah, Mars attacks.
You have no place in space at all. You have
yep, so they just took a bunch of movies, a bunch of episodes, cut them together, shoved them in theaters, and tried to convince you that, hey, this is just like Star Wars. Give us your money.
Awesome fight for man's very existence in the universe.
Why has all this happened to us, Professor?
The gods using us for their sport, perhaps.
Alien Attack.
Okay, so we mentioned okay, Battlestar Galactica was mentioned. We got to talk Battlestar, because Battlestar is probably the biggest Star Wars knockoff. Always in the trailer with the boom. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So Battlestar Galactica was technically in production before Star Wars. But once Star Wars happened, Universal kicked into high gear, and they were just putting it out there as a copy of Star Wars. Now, the problem with Battlestar Galactica is they started facing lawsuits from George Lucas, because George Lucas tried to copyright everything. He tried to claim that laser beams. Is it just me, or is that kind of looks like Star Trek? Yeah, Space 1999 really has a Star Trek feel. Michael Bay begins, ends, and fills the middle with booms as well. Yeah. So Battlestar Galactica, George Lucas wound up suing Universal over it and suing Glenn Larson Productions. He started claiming that he had proprietary rights to laser beams coming from hand blasters and just weird stuff like that. He lost pretty much all the lawsuits he pushed against Battlestar Galactica. The only win he did get that I know of is for at least the original season, they weren't allowed to use laser blasts coming from hand weapons, which I don't know how you copyright that. But one of the interesting things about Battlestar Galactica is the music. George Lucas wanted to sue and claim that, Lucas wanted to sue and claim that they had copied John Williams' music. So he brought John Williams into the recording session. I remember the show, What a Good Soundtrack. Yeah. He brought John Williams into the recording studio with Stu Phillips. And not only did John Williams crush George Lucas's hopes and dreams by saying, no, this isn't anything like Star Wars, you're crazy. But John Williams loved it, and he loved it so much that I guess he still, when he does some of his Boston Pops performances, does the theme to Battlestar Galactica. He performs all his own stuff and Battlestar Galactica because he liked it that much. And it is an awesome soundtrack. Now, Battlestar Galactica, there are two versions of. It went to, and I don't know which came first. Well, they both came first. It's a chicken egg thing. So first, a version of the pilot movie went to theaters overseas and in Canada. Then it premiered on American television in a version that was about 30 minutes longer. Then the shorter theatrical cut went to U.S. theaters in Sense-Around. Now, if you've been here for any of my streams where I talked about Sense-Around is a sound system that really shook the place up, so much so they had to put nets in the ceiling because of falling debris. Sense-Around audio damaged movie theaters. It was such a powerful bass channel, it's surprising a bunch of people didn't go deaf. And the remake of the show. I never watched the remake, Judd. I watched a little bit of it. It wasn't for me. I know a lot of people love it. I'm glad they do, but it wasn't for me. I wasn't the audience for it. So Battlestar Galactica, I'm just going to run the trailer for the TV premiere. And for those of you who are watching who are unfamiliar with the original Battlestar Galactica, I mean, if this doesn't scream Star Wars clone, even though I love Battlestar Galactica, I love it. Love it to death. But if this doesn't scream Star Wars clone, I don't know what does.
The ABC Sunday Night Movie presents the most spectacular space adventure ever filmed. Transport yourself in time.
I couldn't find a good theatrical trailer.
A star system far beyond our own galaxy.
Core systems transferring control to probe craft. Launch when ready.
Battlestar Galactica, a saga of a star world.
I got him on the left. I got him on the right.
That is precision flying.
For 1,000 years, a race of alien machines has been bent on destruction of the human race.
They hate us with every fiber of their existence.
And now their evil plans may become reality.
I love that barrel roll. Yeah.
It's dangerous around here.
Why do those people want to hurt us? What did we do to them?
It's not what we did to them.
Join the last remnants of the human race in their quest for a new world.
13th colony. This other world. Where is it? What is it called?
Earth. And be there for the ultimate confrontation.
Enemy closing, 30 microns.
But if you're wrong...
25 microns.
I'm not wrong.
15 microns.
Cylons lured me into their deception once.
Closing in, 5 microns.
Something Pepierre.
Prepare yourself for Battlestar Galactica.
Whoops, I bumped the mic. Sorry about that, chat. But one thing that's interesting about Battlestar Galactica is after the pilot movie, they started to do the Space 1999 thing. So there were 2 theatrical movies that followed Battlestar Galactica, the actual pilot movie. That was the trailer for the TV version. But like I said, there's a theatrical cut. Universal went back and made 2 other Battlestar Galactica theatrical movies, neither of which went to theaters in the US. They were shown theatrically overseas. I don't get that. But they were released on home video in the United States. The first was called Mission Galactica, the Cylon Attack, which combined two episodes of a 2-parter called The Living Legend with another episode called Fire in Space. And then there was a 3rd movie that was made called Conquest of the Earth, where they tried to make a Galactica 1980 movie. Galactica 1980 was the 2nd season / spinoff, which was not good. It was much lower in budget and kind of silly, and only had 1 good episode, and that was the last one, which wasn't supposed to be the last one. And what can you do? But this is, oops, that's not it. That's what we just watched. Oh dear. Okay. So this is Mission Galactica. And again, I wish I could get a better quality copy than this. This one's this trailer seems to be one that aired on HBO. And for those of you who don't know what HBO stands for, it used to stand for, Hey, Beastmaster's on.
It began with Battlestar Galactica.
Not good spin-off of Caprica. I never saw any of the remake stuff.
The Cylon Attack.
I'll take your word for it.
Away from any Cylon.
Commander, I can't explain it, but somewhere out there, not too far away, is a city, a Cylon city.
With this secure outpost deep in the heart of the Krillium star system, our supremacy is all but assured.
Let's go get him.
Home box office. Yeah, it was home box office. It was a joke, though, because I guess when they first started, pretty much all they had was Beastmaster, which they just ran over and over again. So it sort of became a meme before memes were a thing. And the last one is Conquest of the Earth. Now, I want to say there is a laser disc of Mission Galactica. I want to say there's a laser disc of Conquest of the Earth, but it's only in Japan. And there was a DVD release of Mission Galactica and Conquest of the Earth, but I want to say it's a German box set. It might even be Blu-ray, but it's not region free. So what can you do unless you got a region free player, which I don't.
And now we near the end of our journey. That planet which is home to our ancestor brothers.
We have at last found Earth.
Nice Santa Claus beard.
Pull out! Not until we get a close-up scan. Carb, look at this.
The outline is humanoid.
It's humanoid!
What you're about to see will alarm you.
We have found the lost human civilization. The planet Earth.
Earth shudders under the impact of 2 alien civilizations. One dedicated to the destruction of all forms of human life.
Family used to joke it was a less PG edition of Heckin' Body Order.
Inhabit our planet.
Hey, Willie, get a load of them bikes! We can't afford to let them get too good a look at these machines. What are they? That's what I mean, man. I don't know. This is where we get off.
Man, that was so stupid. The flying bicycles was so stupid. Or motorcycles.
Mr. President, whatever it is, has entered our airspace.
Heckin' Body Odor. Gotcha. Okay.
Not by one, but by 2 mighty forces from outer space. In the world-shattering conquest of the Earth.
Okay. So what's next? I don't want to go into that just yet. Okay, so what was everything? So everyone was, so that was what Universal had. Universal did Battlestar Galactica. That was their main thing. They would eventually do Buck Rogers also. We'll come to that soon. We'll come back to Buck Rogers, Odor. Either way, gotcha. I gotcha. So they had that. What did MGM have? Universal did Battlestar. MGM's answer was, well, we've got James Bond, don't we? Let's do the James Bond that's spacey. Let's do a spacey James Bond, and let's make sure that we got some laser guns and stuff in the spacey James Bond, so that James Bond can capitalize on Star Wars, because James Bond needs to use the Force too. Now, so, which brings up the question, Moonraker. So they did the James Bond movie Moonraker. I'm getting tied up with my words, y'all. Forgive me, I am really tired. James Bond at home, yeah. So the question is, for me, at least in my mind, is what would Moonraker have been like if there wouldn't have been a Star Wars? It probably would have been a much different movie. Well, maybe not a much different movie, but I think some of the parts of it, some of the parts with the space battle stuff wouldn't have been played the same way or wouldn't have been in it. I don't think you would have had the laser guns and yeah, now it sounds dumb. Yeah, now it's not a bad movie, and it's got an incredible soundtrack, most of which is not heard in the trailer, unfortunately. But yeah, that was the thing. It was an actual James Bond book, but of course Star Wars is out, so let's beef it up a little bit. And so MGM had Moonraker, which is a good movie, but not the best of the not the best of the Bonds, but still.
From the most exotic locations on Earth, Moonraker will transport you to another world.
Trifle overpowering your sense.
Holly was a warm girl.
Holly Goodhead.
Could this possibly be the
There
moment
you
for us
go.
to pool our resources?
We would be better off working together.
More excitement, more thrills, more spills.
His name is Jaws. He kills people. I always liked Jaws. It was a stupid character, but I liked it.
And guess who's dropped in for a bite? Jaws is back.
But the thing about Moonraker, the soundtrack is fantastic. The actual score, not this, not the generic James Bond theme. It's a shame that with the trailer they didn't have any of the actual score in it, even the theme song. I know they're going to show some of the moon stuff. Jaws is my favorite villain for reasons even I don't comprehend. Yeah.
Moonraker. It's out of this
He's
world.
just fun.
What exactly are you up to here, Drax? Moonraker 1, liftoff.
Moonraker 2, liftoff.
Moonraker 3, liftoff.
Moonraker 4, liftoff.
We have liftoff.
What's that?
An entire city in space.
James Bond and the treacherous Dr. Goodhead. Despite your efforts, my finely wrought dream approaches its fulfillment.
Lasers! Pew, pew, pew! Pew, pew! Pew! Pew, pew, pew! But we can only use them in space. We won't have them in the next movie when we're back on Earth. He's campy, goofy, and looks like somebody who would totally hang out with a summer holiday barbecue. Yeah. Well, I mean, and campy and goofy, that pretty much defines the Roger Moore era, I think, of the Bond movies. Although I thought For Your Eyes Only was really solid. Okay, so that was MGM's offering. Universal. We'll do Paramount last. And we'll do Disney toward the end too. Then you had Roger Corman. So Roger Corman did three things, one of which he didn't actually do, he just released. So Roger Corman's big answer to Star Wars was something called Battle Beyond the Stars. It was, I want to say Roger Corman said it was, now Roger Corman, for those of you who don't know Roger Corman, low budget, famously low budget, produced more movies, I think, than anyone else in history, although Charles Band seems to be has been making a run at the title. I want to say he said he spent the most money he ever did on a movie on Battle Beyond the Stars, which was his New World Picture then, eventually New Concord Pictures, response to Star Wars. Now, the key to Roger Corman spending money is he spent money on the effects because he knew he could reuse them over and over and over again in other movies. So it was more like he was investing in a series of films, one of which we'll also take a look at. But the thing about Battle Beyond the Stars is it had a pretty decent cast, including George Peppard, Robert Vaughn, Richard Thomas. Oh, welcome back, Judd. I forget who else was in it. But Battle Beyond the Stars is a remake. Not of a sci-fi film, but it's a remake of Kurosawa's Seven Samurai and of The Magnificent Seven, the Western that was also based on Seven Samurai. And it hammers the point home even more by casting Robert Vaughn in the exact same role he played in The Magnificent Seven. Different character name, but the exact same role. So yeah, let's go ahead and play this. My apologies also if I seem to be stuttering with my words a lot tonight. I am legit exhausted, chat. So, yeah. Thank you for sticking around. Oh, and I should mention before I let this play, Battle Beyond the Stars is out on Blu-ray in a couple different forms, and it is about to come out on 4K. There's a 4K disc on the way from Shout Factory, so if this really looks up your alley, there you go. Oh, and music by James Horner, too, before he got famous.
Pew, pew, pew! Pew, pew, pew!
Ruthless invaders, a defenseless planet. Battle beyond the stars.
It's caught in 4K? Well, it is now, not the trailer, unfortunately.
Youth escapes on a last-ditch mission that begins at the edge of the universe.
It's also got a spaceship with boobies. I don't know why. We'll see if they show it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, that's it, but they don't show it very long.
The story of a boy who finds more than he expected. Make them burn. And all he can handle.
Does your species have kissing?
Oh, yes. We have that.
Does your species have... Wow, that is some top-notch writing.
That's a hot dog. It comes from Earth. Do you like it?
There's no dog in this. Soybean meal, niacin, dextrose.
Yeah?
And sodium nitrate flavoring.
That's what we call meat back home.
Meat?
Battle beyond the stars. Starring Richard Thomas.
It's not a bad movie.
George Papard. Robert Vaughn. John Saxon. A battle beyond
Amazing
time,
Cowboys and... Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It is a space version of the Magnificent Seven.
Desperate gamble.
They'll be able to board us.
It won't make any difference.
Totally admitted.
Hatch open!
Corman said it flat out. That was his whole thing. Well, I'm going to do Star Wars, but I'm going to do the Magnificent Seven again.
Battle beyond the stars.
And it works. It's not... I mean, it... Now, you can't have much more on the nose of a Star Wars clone, but it works. But just to hammer the point home about Roger Corman recycling everything, now, I've never seen this movie, but he followed it with a movie called Space Raiders, which is a completely different movie, but it reuses all of the special effects from what I've seen. All of them. FDA approved accuracy about hot dogs too. Yeah. And one thing I wonder is George Papard, of course, I'm never going to get an answer on this from anywhere. I wonder if this was before or after he quit drinking, because George Papard was notoriously kind of hard to work with in Hollywood and a drunk. And it was about the time he did the A-Team that he cleaned up. He cleaned up before he ever did the A-Team. I think this was before the A-Team, but I don't know if it's before or after he'd, gotten off the sauce. Okay, so yeah, so just this one I have never seen. All I know about it is Roger Corman was making use of those special effects shots for another Star Wars ripoff. Space Raiders.
Thundering across the galaxy and into legend.
And it's on Blu-ray too, but I think it's out of print now.
The last brave starfighters who become Space Raiders.
All of those special effects shots are from
the action explodes.
Battle Beyond the Stars.
As the fight for freedom races across the universe.
Get us out of here!
A frightened boy, a last-ditch hero and his alien crew, soaring into battle to save the galaxy.
There's another one coming in.
And even reusing the music on the trailer. Who knows, may have reused it in the movie.
Such an appealing little boy.
But you touch this boy, I'll kill you where you stand.
Desperados, battling for their lives, suddenly given something to live for.
Things are always happening that we don't expect. Now, you can think of them as an ordeal, or you can think of them as a great adventure. It's the adventurers who make it.
We got no retro rockets. We're gonna crash!
High adventure, non-stop danger, a battle for life and glory with the future of the galaxy in the hands of 5 desperate outlaws and the 10-year-old boy who teaches them the true meaning of courage.
Don't let it touch you!
Space Raiders.
Said Worf to Picard.
Aliens from 1,000 worlds.
Man movie group just watched Battle Beyond the Stars 2. We should have paired it with this. Yeah, I do want to see this someday.
Laser fire. With the one boy brave enough to challenge the deadliest force in the universe.
I hate kids in movies, though.
Fight him? Look, you're a kid. You're no gunner. I'm the only gunner you got.
Oh my gosh! I just realized this is a precursor to Anakin.
Come on, kid. Let's go get him.
I blame this movie for episode 1. The only thing I haven't seen is Jar Jar. How about cartoon-wise? We got
He's a
one.
stowaway on a stolen ship.
We'll bring.
10 years
I've got
old
one
and
specific
10 million
one.
miles from home. Space Raiders, the greatest adventure a kid ever had.
I don't think it was the greatest adventure. I really doubt that. Okay, you mentioned cartoon-wise. There's one specific one. Even worse if they're the focus, Flight of the Navigator. I didn't put Flight of the Navigator on this list because that one I think is different enough. But so cartoon-wise, there is. Didn't I put it on here? Did I not put it on here? Wait a second. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll mention this one. This one came later. This one came out in, I don't know if it was 85, 84. But it's very much a ripoff of, again, well, aren't they all? Story-wise, it's very much a ripoff of Star Wars, though. 1985, and this was an independent film. It wound up being released, I think, by MGM. It's called Star Chaser, The Legend of Orin. Now, before I play it, what makes this movie cool and what makes the home video version suck is it was a 3D animated movie in 1985. Rips off Star Wars in every way, including a Han Solo ripoff in it. But it was in 3D. From what I understand, the 3D version has been completely restored. But it is not available on Blu-ray. There is a version of it available on Blu-ray. The version that is available on Blu-ray is 2D and mono sound, even though the movie was stereo. There's also a version on DVD. The version on DVD is, again, 2D, but at least it has the original stereo sound. So if you're going to see it, find the MGM DVD. But yeah, this is the anime one. And, you know, the thing is, Twin Opinion, I like mono if that's the way it was shot and intended. But it wasn't shot and intended that way. It was stereo in theaters. So, I mean, it's just like, because I brought it before, the Blu-ray that screwed up of Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold. The DVD's stereo. The VHS is stereo. The Blu-ray's mono. And it was just because of a goof. And in this case, it's a goof also. But it really sucks that the 3D version of this is not available on Blu-ray because, man, this is a 3D TV seller, in my opinion.
In a distant galaxy, the darkened caverns of a cruel world hold the secret to a fantastic adventure. A quest to free a world from slavery and the universe from tyranny. A quest for truth, dignity, and freedom.
There is a world above, a magnificent universe to which you can return if you have the courage.
A quest for Star Chaser, the legend of Orin.
Thousands of years ago, on some obscure planet, a primitive chess computer was the first inorganic mind to beat man. In a few hours, I will be calling checkmate in the last such game the humans and their kind will ever play.
And I haven't seen this one. It's good. It is good. Be better in 3D though. And really gorgeous animation. I mean, you can see how fluid it is.
Behold, the great god of my world. Murderer! Without this, you are but a weak piece of flesh. Tell me, Kaka, what is the secret of its power? You know, and you will talk. Kakan, you are mine.
The greatest adventure of all time is here. The search for truth, the battle for freedom, an immortal struggle against the forces of evil. On an incredible journey to the edge of imagination and beyond. The legend lives on in a thrilling fight for survival.
The legend lives on as if it's a continuation of something we already knew about. I never understand when people use that when it's not a sequel.
Star Chaser, the legend of Orin. The fantasy experience of a lifetime.
In 3D. It is a good movie, though. And speaking of 3D, okay, since we've already done 3D, let me go ahead and hit the other 3D. So, sort of towards the tail end of the, I guess, the era of Star Wars clones, we'll call it, you had a really big budget 3D movie from a 3D sci-fi semi-Star Wars knockoff from Columbia. And they advertised it, too, as being like the first major 3D big budget motion picture or something like that. I don't know. Maybe they say it in the trailer. We'll see. I know one of the trailers they did advertise it like that. But it is called Space Hunter, Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. I think it's Adventures. It's Space Hunter, though. Now, the thing about Space Hunter is, again, it was 3D. Sadly, the current Blu-ray release is not 3D. There is no 3D Blu-ray. I don't understand why, because the 3D of the movie was one of the major selling points. You got me. I don't know. But in any case, let's go ahead and hit Space Hunter real quick, and I better turn that down because I could tell it's going to be loud.
Hold on to your seat. Hold on to your date.
Hold on to
your popcorn. The ultimate 3D movie is about to blast off. Space Hunter, Adventures in the Forbidden Zone, the first 3D space movie, starring Peter Strauss as Wolf, an intergalactic adventurer. And
I want to say
Ringwald
Ivan
as
Reitman
Mickey.
produced this too, or directed it.
My name is Scrawny Earthbag. I'm a woman.
Together, they must enter the deadly Forbidden Zone and rescue 3 beautiful women from the planet's ultimate evil, the Overdog.
I like her.
But we all like her.
Works every time.
I'll bet breeding with us would kill him.
I'll take that bet.
I'll take that
Columbia
bet too,
Pictures
chat.
presents an adventure unlike anything you've ever witnessed
Ayo.
before. A whole new dimension in excitement. The ultimate 3D experience. The first movie that puts you in outer space. Space Hunter. Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. In 3D.
It's a good movie, too. And, you know, 1983, too, so that was the same year as Return of the Jedi. And let's be honest, Return of the Jedi did not stick the landing. I kind of would rather watch Space Hunter. I mean, I like Return of the Jedi, okay, but it didn't stick the landing. So what else should we go through? I don't want Star Wars, but it's a Disney show. I got one Disney one on there. In fact, I got 2 trailers for it. Let's go ahead and knock it out. Let's go ahead and knock out... oh, well, actually, we got to go back up first to Roger Corman. I got to go back up to Roger Corman. There was another Roger Corman Star Wars movie, but he didn't make it. It was an Italian film. It was one of them Italian films, and it was called Star Crash. The thing about Star Crash, okay, so here's a weird one. So Star Crash is from a director named Luigi Cozzi, also known as Louis Coates. He's the guy who did the Hercules movies with Lou Ferrigno. He had a lot of movies that he liked, and he had a habit of taking his favorite scenes from every movie he liked and pouring them into a blender, and then putting that thing on high speed and then dumping out a 90-minute cup. And what you got was a whole bunch of really cool scenes and almost a story. And that's what you got with Star Crash. You got a bunch of scenes and almost a story. You won't see it in the trailer, but Star Crash features a very, very young David Hasselhoff. It also stars Carolyn Monroe, but they dubbed her voice. I think they, because it was shot in Italy, they didn't use to record audio at all on set, and they'd go back and dub them in post-production, and they didn't have her dub her own voice. She was British, and they had like an American voice for her. Christopher Plummer's in it during his lean years, and the thing about Christopher Plummer's part is he's basically delivering just like a couple monologues. He does them completely serious, and it just is a testament to the fact that Christopher Plummer was an actor's actor, because he just gets through the whole thing without, you know, busting up laughing. Are there any that didn't start as Disney but later became Disney? Not on this list, Daylin. No, these are all safe from Disney except the one that they actually did, which we'll get to. But Star Crash, let's look at Star Crash. By the way, the thumbnail picture, the muscle-ripped one, the one you mentioned earlier, that is one of the posters to Star Crash. So, and Star Crash also, one last thing, Star Crash, music by John Barry. The soundtrack to this movie is effing incredible. It is better than this movie deserves. That said, I love Star Crash. Will it blend? That is the question. Upbeat energy, blender, advertising, humor, video, music, plays. Yeah, it does it blend? Not really. I mean, there are even scenes from Jason and the Argonauts in this. It's got the giant scene on the beach of the giant Titan chasing them, except it's been replaced with a robot. Now, this trailer, I'm going to say, doesn't have any dialogue. Well, no, it does. A little bit of Christopher Plummer's, but that's it. It doesn't explain anything about the movie, but if you've never seen Star Crash, hold on to your seats. And if you've never seen Carolyn Monroe, hold on to your seats.
galaxy is split into two warring factions. Our own.
Jason
and the
and the
one
Argonauts,
ruled
yeah.
by the evil Count Zartan from the League of the Dark Worlds. The Count has created a weapon so vast, so huge.
This one's even got lightsabers.
Planet to conceal it.
And it's got a trench run.
To the haunted stars. Find the Count's secret planet and destroy it.
I think they showed the trench run. At least some of it. I hope so. Carolyn Monroe. Lightsaber power on whooshing nose. Yep. Yep. Jason and the Argonauts. This movie is so effing nuts. It makes almost no sense. It's incredible. This should have been a franchise. Oh, it's funny you mentioned that. And it is very stereo. So there kind of sort of is a sequel. There was a movie, I don't know what it was called, like Soul 3 or something. There was a movie that was renamed Star Crash 2. That's number one. Number two, apparently there were thoughts about it, and there have been people who have wanted it, because there is a collection, and it's, I don't have it. I didn't even know about it until I found out about this movie. There is a collection of short stories based on it called The Adventures of Stella Star, which was the Carolyn Monroe character. I guess there's a whole collection of short stories based around her continued adventures or adventures before it or something. But yeah, Star Crash, for a movie that doesn't make a lot of sense, it could have been a franchise. And I would have watched the hell out of it. Let's see. Oh, I guess we should mention, with no storylines, there's no movie. No, yeah. Well, there's kind of a storyline. It's just not much of one. Okay, we should mention Toho. So Toho Pictures, y'all know Toho. Toho, the company that did Godzilla. That Toho. Yeah, they tried to do a Star Wars. I think it was 78, or it might have been later in 1977. They did a movie that was almost like a live-action space battleship Yamato, or Star Blazers if you prefer, called The War in Space. And it doesn't really look like Star Wars, but the fact is, it came out later in the same year. And they've basically admitted that they've said, oh, no, we were already doing it. But when Star Wars came along, we got much more interested. Or we put more into it or something like that. So here, The War in Space. Toho's Star Wars.
War in Space.
The War in Space.
Strange electric waves are being emitted from the direction of Venus.
Space invaders! The Earth in danger!
Sir, may I ask you a question? Can the Goten, our self-defense spaceship, go out for combat?
Yep. You wouldn't even know they're not speaking English. I couldn't tell.
Skipper, Muroy is going to chase the enemy.
Now, this was available on DVD. It was one of the first releases by Discotech. It's out of print now, as far as I know, but...
Stay on course.
Yes.
I'll stake my life on the war on Venus. Maybe I'll be able to survive, or maybe I won't. Nobody knows. Roy,
no one knows.
Aren't you engaged with June? If I die, please.
That ship with the drill making me think of Final Wars or whatever it's called. I think it is the same ship. I think it's meant to be the same ship because that movie took a lot of Toho franchise stuff and put them all together. The space war to decide the fate of all mankind. Yeah, so that was Toho's decision. Then you had, I don't know if it was the Dai company, the one with all the monsters fighting Godzilla. Yep, Final Wars, yep. And yeah, I think it is supposed to be the same ship. I'd have to look it up. But I want to say the Goten, like they said. I want to say, well, no, it was like the Gotenko in that, but I think it is supposed to be the same one. And then we've got, okay, wait, that's not the one I was looking for. Then we got another one out of Japan. One called Message from Space, which was, I want to say this was the Dai Corporation, or it was TMS. I don't remember. We'll see who it was, but there was another Japanese answer. There was another Japanese answer to Star Wars around the same time. Actually, this one might be closer to like 1980. Or it might be 79. Maybe it's 78. Who knows? It could be any year. 78. There we go.
From a captive planet, 2 million light years away.
Potato, potato.
Plea for help. Message from space.
With space pirate ships.
On the verge of extinction, the leader of the persecuted Gelusians sends his beautiful granddaughter to find the 8 legendary brave adventurers who alone can stop the annihilation.
Do you know where Emeralita is? You know where Emeralita is? What are you doing? No! I'm a human being from the planet Earth!
What? And they did it. Apparently, this went over well enough in Japan that they followed it up with the TV series. I've never seen the TV series. I have seen the movie. Nice helmet. I too am a human from the planet Earth. Yes.
Message from space, where fantasies are real and reality is fantastic.
Oh, well, it looks very real to me.
An international cast headed by Vic Morrow.
I buried my career.
In orbit. But Babel won. I can't do it. It's the seat again. I've been chosen by the gods.
Yep, Vic Morrow. By the way, he was killed during the making of the Twilight Zone movie. Helicopter accident at the end. He and the little boy that were in it.
A phantasmagoria of sights, sounds, and space-age technical achievements that must be seen to be believed. Message from space.
It's a Star War like no others. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? We got a few more. A few more of interest to go through. We'll come back to that one. Okay, before we get to... Okay, I had Last Starfighter on this list. I don't consider Last Starfighter... I'm not going to run it. I don't consider the Last Starfighter to be a Star Wars clone. To me, this Last Starfighter is something different. I don't know how to put... Well, maybe we'll look at it, but... we got another one here. This is from Columbia Pictures, and this was a big budget one from them. If you haven't ever heard of Krull, so Krull is kind of like Star Wars combined with some Conan the Barbarian stuff. Be right back, okay? Krull is kind of like some Star Wars meets Conan fantasy thingy. But they promoted the hell out of it. I don't know if Krull was a hit or not. I just know it's awesome. It's a good, it is very much a Star Wars clone. You could see it with the plot as it goes on with rescuing the princess, the typical rescuing the princess stuff.
On a distant planet, a great kingdom was ravaged by beings who came from the future to conquer the universe.
Not the universe.
Now, the only survivors follow a doubtful seer and a throneless king.
They will hold her in the Black Fortress. You must have help.
Have you ever seen the Japan Mega Drive Sonic 2 commercial? It's a Star Wars clone as well, and that one level in the game. I don't know if I've ever seen the Japan Mega Drive Sonic 2 commercial. No.
Invincible enemy.
Here's the knowledge you seek.
I shall be your king.
I think I know the level you're talking about, though. The second area.
What is about to happen to them,
or the Death Egg, are you talking about?
Could never have happened on Earth.
Because I know the Death Egg is...
Columbia Pictures presents a world apart from anything you have seen before. Krull.
Man, 1982 again. 1982 had so many cool... Yeah, the Death Egg, yeah. That's not it. All right, we're going to just do a couple more. Welcome back. Okay, well, we might as well mention Dino De Laurentiis. Of course, Dino De Laurentiis did his Star Wars clone, which his Star Wars clone was to license Flash Gordon and do the Flash Gordon movie. The commercial presentation is an alternate take on that level. Really? I'll have to take a look at it. Let me do that in Japan Mega. The Death Egg Zone was from Sonic the Hedgehog. It was like a Death Star thing, but for Dr. Robotnik or Eggman. And apparently there's one that's kind of a... that's Sonic Jam. Unfortunately, I don't know which... I don't know which one of the commercials it would be, unfortunately. Because there's a couple different ones there. Okay, so De Laurentiis. De Laurentiis optioned Flash Gordon. So his answer to Star Wars was to take a popular, well, a known comic book and sci-fi character and make it, hopefully, we'll try to capitalize on Star Trek with it. Oh, okay, I never thought of that.
Clytus, I'm bored.
Which, if you've never seen Flash Gordon, you owe it to yourself to see it.
The SK system, Your Majesty.
It's so
the
much
inhabitants
fun.
refer to it as the planet Earth.
I like to play with things a while before annihilation. Pathetic Earthlings.
And Universal released it in the States.
Who can save you now? Strange object imaged in the Imperial vortex.
Remove the Earthwoman. Prepare her for our pleasure.
Kill him yet, Father. I want him.
Go, Flash, go!
Flash!
I really do love this movie. And it's one of those ones that's just gotten more and more popular as years have passed. Because I don't think it did, to think Queen worked on the music for that movie. Yeah. And I don't think it did well originally, theatrically. I want to say it bombed. It's one of those things that's just become a cult thing over the decades. And speaking of Flash Gordon, we might as well hit the other Universal. So Glenn Larson and Universal, after they did Battlestar Galactica, decided to give Buck Rogers in the 25th Century ago. They pitched it as a TV series. No one wanted it. So they took the pilot movie and put it in theaters. And after that, NBC came back and wanted it. So where's Buck Rogers? I know I put it on here. And that was, I used that for the other thumbnail that I posted on Twitter, by the way, was the Buck Rogers. We'll probably do the TV spot for it, because the trailer kind of drags. But yeah, Buck Rogers, this, again, it was definitely done as a Star Trek, as a Star Wars clone. The movie flopped more than Pokemon Magikarp using Splash literally does nothing when used. Gotcha. I will take your word for that. This is only 34 seconds. I love Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. I remember the show. Do you? Yeah, I remember seeing it in syndication as a little kid, and then picked up the home video releases. Yeah, I've always loved it.
Houston Control, this is Flight 711. Put on your cars, your backgammon boards. Lucky Buck is back.
Captain Buck Rogers, it appears you have returned to Earth 504 years later.
500 years?
Buck Rogers, the world's first and greatest space hero. The trip of your life, 500 years from today. Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, rated PG.
Now, the thing is, when it did go to theaters, it was not... it didn't do well, but it did well enough for them to option it for TV. As for the TV series, lasted 1.5 seasons. The first season was done by Glenn Larson. The second season was done by someone else, and the tone completely changed. The only other flop I immediately think of is Masters of the Universe. I've got that on the list because even though that's later from now that has a good soundtrack. Yeah, I like the Buck Rogers soundtrack. Yeah, I had, and I think I still do. I do have Masters of the Universe on the list because it does come up on lists of Star Wars clones, even though I never really. It's hard for me to think of it as one because it came out so late. It came out in '87. So this is sort of at the tail end of the Star Wars clone era is Masters of the Universe. But let's go ahead and do Masters of the Universe. And this is also the tail end of the Canon Films era because this is the movie. This is one of the movies that killed Canon Films. They spent a ton of money on it and they ran out of money, especially when it came to the ending. They weren't able to even shoot half of it. And it did not do well. Cult following, didn't make a bunch of money. Beady. What's up, Buck? Yeah, I loved Mel Blanc as Tweaky. The iconic Mel Blanc.
At the far end of the universe, there is a planet ruled by a being of utter evil. And there is only one man who dares challenge him. They are locked in a battle to the death. A battle that will take them across the heavens.
Stop him!
A battle that will finally be fought.
I want them hunted down and brought to me!
Across the face.
Police! Nobody move!
Of Earth.
Yeah, it's a bad movie, but it's got charm. It's got a great soundtrack, too.
From a distant galaxy, they have come to Earth. Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. Frank Langella as Skeletor. Only they have the powers to be.
Dolph Lundgren, and we gave him dialogue.
Masters of the Universe. Live the adventure.
Truth is, though, with that, there's a whole history of why that movie went south, and part of it was they weren't allowed to use it's got Shao Kahn. Part of it was they weren't allowed to use the lore from the cartoon series. They were supposed to just use the lore from the toys, which really limited them because most of the lore was from the cartoon. So that was one of the big problems they ran into. It was Mattel, and it wasn't until the end when Mattel started saying, I guess, oh well, you can use some of the lore from the cartoon because they knew they had a problem. What else we got? Oh, I hate doing that one. All right, let's go ahead and I'm not doing Ice Pirates. Let's go ahead and knock out Spaceballs. I mean, it's a parody. Y'all know Spaceballs, so I mean this.
There it is, planet Druidia. And underneath the air shield, 10,000 years of fresh air. Let's get through that air shield.
Rewind at the and pause at the create.
We can force her father, King Roland, to give us the combination to the air shield, thereby destroying planet Druidia and saving planet Spaceball. Everybody got that?
Spaceballs, the movie.
Love that movie, yeah.
Princess, that's the spaceship within range, sir. Good.
Yeah, Spaceballs is fun.
Either the 4th of July, or someone's trying to kill us!
Now we will show her who is in charge of this galaxy. If you do not give me the combination to the air shield, Dr. Slotkin will give your daughter back her old nose.
Credits, rewind and pause at the credits.
And his trusted companion can save
the other
Druidia from disaster.
If you were looking for who was in it, it was yeah, Megs, it is good.
First, they must learn the secrets of yogurt.
If you're looking for who was in it, Courtney Cox was in Masters of the Universe, yeah.
avoid capture on a distant planet.
Tell them to comb the desert, you hear me? Comb the desert! Found anything yet? We ain't found...
Battle the entire Spaceball army.
He shot my ear!
Holy...
And escape the clutches of Dark Helmet.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
God, I forgot about that.
What the hell's the matter with this seat, though? When does this happen in the movie?
Merchandising.
Spaceballs. The movie.
How do I know you're not making faces at me under that thing? And may the Schwartz be restored!
Yeah, great movie. Courtney Cox, she was in Friends in Cougarville, right? I don't know about Cougarville, but because I never watched it. But yes. And she was a very young Courtney Cox was in Masters of the Universe. Let's go ahead and hit... Before we hit Paramount's answer, because some of these are just no. Let's go ahead and hit... Where is it? Let's go ahead and hit Disney's answer. Disney's answer to Star Wars. Back before Disney decided to buy Star Wars, they actually tried to be creative. And they did The Black Hole. There are two versions of the trailer that I've got. One is the original, and the other is a re-edited trailer from Disney Plus. I'm going to run the Disney Plus trailer because the original trailer doesn't really do much. But this is The Black Hole. The Black Hole has some really cool special effects. It's hampered by some stupidness. And it kind of, the one thing that sucks about it is the original ending was gutted because of the religious imagery. Some of the religious imagery is still there, but the full version, which I guess took place with the Sistine Chapel, isn't there. How do you get the Sistine Chapel from it? I honestly don't know, but they did. Oh. Okay, so yeah, so this isn't the original trailer. This is the Disney Plus recut. But I'll give Disney... You know, this is kind of amazing. So Disney could take the time to recut the trailer to The Black Hole. But as far as giving it a solid home video release, all you got is the Blu-ray from the Disney Movie Club. Typical Disney. But if you've never seen The Black Hole, do it.
Hello?
Welcome aboard the Cygnus. Consider yourselves my guests.
You've lived out here for 20 years? Alone?
I've created companions of a sort.
We can offer you the means of returning to Earth, Doctor.
What makes you think I want to return? I will travel where no man has dared to go.
Into the black hole?
Why, that's crazy. I'm just telling you that I had a gut feeling that I was looking at some kind of person.
And darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters.
Man, I wish that was in the hands of, I really wish The Black Hole was in the hands of Criterion or someone, or I wish they'd license it out again and give them the free reign to do something with the disc. Because they licensed it out years ago to the company Anchor Bay, but they weren't allowed to do anything. except put the movie on it. All right. Let's go ahead and wrap it up for the night, and then we'll do we'll play some Rebel Assault. The last one to mention is Star Trek. Now, Star Trek is not a clone of Star Wars. It is not. Star Trek was out before Star Wars. Star Trek, I think, Phineas and Ferb, it probably is, and probably more modern one. So Star Trek the Motion Picture is not a clone of Star Wars, but is a result of Star Wars. Star Trek only lasted 3 seasons plus the animated series. Paramount had been batting back and forth doing a low-budget Star Trek movie and then relaunching a Star Trek TV series. Then Star Wars happened. And when the execs were being asked, what do we have like that? What do we have that's coming out? What do we have on the plate that we can get into theaters like Star Wars so we can make some money while it's hot? And someone said, I think we've got something called Star Trek. Robot Chicken, Star Wars, Family Guy, Star Wars. Yeah. So Paramount took the pilot script for the reboot series that they were planning of Star Trek, retooled it, and the result was Star Trek the Motion Picture. Now, the bad thing is Star Trek the Motion Picture, the director, Robert Wise, if you don't know Robert Wise, The Day the Earth Stood Still, West Side Story, The Sound of Music, etc., etc., etc., big name. He was rushed on it and was never able to do a final cut. Likewise, the special effects were rushed. So there are a number of there are gorgeous shots throughout, and then there are some incomplete shots. It wasn't until years later that he was allowed to revisit the film and recut it. And then it wasn't until just 2023, West Side Story, and it wasn't until 2023 that the visual effects were finally completed to what they were intended to be. Now, that happened after Wise was dead. His first director's cut came out in like 2000, but Paramount didn't spring for fixing up a lot of the special effects. They fixed them a bit, but it was still missing stuff. So yeah, 2023, we finally got a proper, or as close to a true director's cut as we're ever going to get of Star Trek the Motion Picture. So I do think it's appropriate to, even though this is a Star Wars stream, to end it with the trailer for the recent 4K release of Star Trek the Motion Picture, the director's cut, the director's edition. And then we'll play some Rebel Assault. Woo! By the way, this is my favorite movie of all time. So, there you go. And 90% of the special effects in it, though, are original from 1979. It always looked this good.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Sulu. Take us out. Mr. Spock, every minute brings that object closer to Earth. I need you.
I am convinced we are inside a living machine.
Shall I go to battle station, sir?
Insatiable curiosity.
Spock, you haven't changed a bit. You're just as warm and sociable as ever. I hope we got this one off to a good start. I hope so, too.
Okay. let me go ahead and take us into the game room. Let's go ahead and head into the game room, shall we? Let's head into the game room. Gaming PC, because I think it's time to game now. Okay, so that's pretty much the limit of the of some of the Star Trek clones. There were a few others, but I mean, I think those were some of the more noteworthy Star Trek clones. Star Crash, worth your time. Battle Beyond the Stars, worth your time. Black Hole, worth your time. Star Trek: The Motion Picture, worth your time. Battlestar Galactica, worth your time. Flash Gordon, worth your time. Buck, worth your time. More worth your time than Disney Star Wars. Watch the clone movies instead of watching Disney Star Wars. Stay away from Disney Star Wars. I swear West Side Story must have at least inspired Shadow the Hedgehog with as much as both talk about Maria. I have never played any of the Shadow the Hedgehog stuff. So isn't that the girl or something that gets killed or whatever? I'll have to play Shadow the Hedgehog someday. So yeah, let's go ahead and do some Rebel Assault Star Wars. Yes. And just, yeah. Not Star Trek. No. Oh, did I say Star Trek? Oops. Did I say Star Trek? Okay. Well, in any case, yeah, just if you're going to watch Star Wars, stay away from, yeah, you don't want Disney Star Wars. Just do some of the Star Wars clones. Okay. Rebel Assault. This is a really arcadey style Star Wars game. This would have been great in arcades. I'm not going to promise y'all that we're going to play through the whole thing because this thing's probably going to beat my ass. But we're going to have a little fun with it at least because I haven't played this for years. Started with the second Sonic Adventure game, persistent ever since. Okay, I've got Sonic Adventure 2, so I do need to play that someday. Do that on stream someday. Woo! We'll let the opening play. Back when Star Wars was still fun. In my opinion. This is one of those early CD-ROM games too, so this was more of a showcase piece. It was done to really show off what gaming on CD-ROM could be. And it did a darn good job.
It is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base.
I mean, you think about seeing this on
the evil galactic
a game like this in the early 90s, and
under
wow.
the command of Darth Vader, rule the galaxy with an iron fist. The Empire, however, is far from defeated. And many young unknown pilots have joined the rebels in the hope they can restore freedom to the galaxy.
Interesting how that's rotoscoped around. It was a still image with just part of it being in motion.
Rookie 1, welcome to Collaborators.
That's me, Rookie 1!
Stay on course, Harris.
Now the question is, will I actually be able to make it past Collaborators? Because I want to say that's where I always got stuck, chat. Okay. Let's see, game options. We'll leave it on normal mode. We're not going to put it on baby mode. Dialogue text is on. Controls are normal. I do have mouse control too. Yes. Okay. So I can use mouse if I need to. Good. And some of the levels I might need to. Start new game. Doesn't even have game save. It's got a password system. Question, they do any voice acting in the game? In this one, yes.
Where a young pilot is embarking on a crucial training flight.
A little bit. But not any of the original Star Wars cast.
1 to TACCOM Control. Request clearance for departure.
Exit to DOS, how the times have changed, yeah.
This is TACCOM Control. Clearance granted. Is that you, kid?
Hack! Good to hear you. So you're running your trials today. I wish I could be with you.
You shouldn't have any problems. Beggar's Canyon isn't half as tough as the runs we used to do.
Ah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Thanks, Hack. I seem to remember Angry Video Game Nerd played the Sega CD version of this and couldn't, like, get anywhere.
Green leader to Rookie 1. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Good. We're approaching the canyon run. Begin with basic flight maneuvers. Stay tight, follow our lead, and stay clear of the walls.
And we'll just play this for a little while. We'll probably just go until 1 o'clock unless we're really on a roll. Ah! It's really hard to control with a gamepad. It was designed for a flight stick with good analog joystick controls. I need to turn that volume. Whoops.
You can go with him, but if you're really a hot shot, follow me to the right.
I'll follow you to the right. I'm going to prove that I'm a hot shot. Woo! Oh. Ah, no,
no. Nice and easy through the pass up here, but get ready to make a sharp left.
Yeah, it's really hard to control even with an analog stick.
Now pull hard over. Now the other way. Good.
I mean, you see me the way I keep wobbling. Let me turn the volume down while they go to the cutscene.
Congratulations, Rookie 1. Now let's try a little target practice. Prepare to engage target drones. Shoot any we pass over, but stay with us.
Shoot to kill! Ah, darn it. Well, okay, I'm going to use the joystick again. I tried using the mouse there. Oh, don't hit those. Okay. Man. Hack, where's slash megabyte hexadecimal exit? Yeah. Oh, come on. Really? Man, I can't hit anything. And I think I got to hit at least like 4 or 5 of them. Or maybe more. There we go. Could use a turbo button right about now. Balls. Come on, give me one more. Oh.
Well done, Rookie 1.
Well,
it looks like you've earned yourself an A-wing.
I didn't hit anything.
But don't try any stunts with Commander Farrell. He won't appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. Accuracy 42%. Whoops. All right, this one we're going to try using the mouse. Because I remember this one being a little...
Rookie 1, this is Commander Farrell. Report in.
A little more mouse conducive. We'll see.
All right, before we begin, let's get something straight. I don't like hotshots.
Okay.
If you want to impress me, show me control and discipline.
Discipline, will do, sir.
You won't stand a chance against the Empire. Do I make myself clear?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Word.
Good. Now follow me into the asteroid field. Shoot the ice asteroids, but dodge the rocky ones.
Oh no, the controls are reversed. Nope, we're using the joystick. Because the controls are reversed. With the mouse, okay. Uh-huh. Dodge the rocky ones, I'm trying. Geez, I'm already in danger mode. Yeah. Geez, I can't hit anything. Yay, I got one. way! Oh, no. Well, that wasn't good.
Looks like you can fly after all.
No, I can't. Didn't you see me hit those rocks?
System for the final phase of your training. Good luck.
I mean, he's telling me I can fly after all. No, I can't. All right, Chapter 3, Planet Collidor. Dee-dee-dee.
Rookie 1, welcome to Collidor. This is Commander Rumor Lane. I'll be leading you through the last phase of your flight training. Any questions?
Yeah, what's your number?
Good, you impressed Commander Farrell. That's not easy. Me, I'm a little more forgiving, but the course ahead isn't. So follow me closely, and may the Force be with you.
May the Schwartz be with you. Okay. Oh, balls. Okay. Yeah, this is, I remember this one. I always struggle with this one. Oh, by the way, the engine for this game. I remember reading recently that it was used in the driving sections in Full Throttle. No. Yeah, so Full Throttle. Whoop. Balls. Darn. Time for ludicrous. Oh! I shouldn't have read chat. No. Oh, please. Please. Balls. The Force was not with me.
May the Force be with you.
All right, we got 2 more lives. Man, it is so hard to control with I wish I had a flight stick. Chat! Oh my gosh, I need better analog sticks. They're just too sensitive. I need something that's more just, yeah, like I said, a good flight stick. I've got a flight stick, but it's for an old PC. It wouldn't work with a modern one. No! Please! Nah! Greetings, Kimmy. Welcome in. That's why texting and driving is illegal. No kidding. We just finally finished looking at trailers and just started the game a few minutes ago. And now the game is beating my ass. This is Rebel Assault on PC. Okay. No. Hi. No, that's not fair. Okay, that wasn't fair either. Why can't I just center? Why is it? Please. Hell, this graphic is something. Well, it was good, I'm sure, in 1991 or 1992 when it came out. I'm sure it was impressive then. Already? That escalated quickly. Yeah, no kidding. Oh. Maybe I should switch it over to the D-pad. The problem is it was designed for a flight stick, and I'm using it on a gamepad, and even with the analog sticks, it's just too touchy. It's got mouse controls too, but that's asking for trouble. I tried using the mouse then. That was a bad decision. Maybe I should have put it on easy baby mode instead of putting it on medium.
Outpost control, come in. he wasn't that sharp after all.
Nope.
I guess we'll have to get another one.
We'll have to get another one at the rookie store. All right. Okay, yeah, game over, yeah. Okay. Okay. Can we continue or something? That's not a high score. Whatever. Okay. Or press the turbo button. I don't think I got a turbo button with this. All right, can I... Start new game. It doesn't even let me... Oh. What about pass... I didn't have a passcode. Oh. I gotta start over. Oh, now this is some... Yeah, we're just gonna go until 1 for sure.
Rebel base on planet Tatooine.
Because I think I might wind up...
is embarking on a crucial training flight.
I might snap, chat. Hydration break. If you got a drink, take a drink. Hydrate or dihydrate.
Rookie 1 to TACCOM control. Request clearance for departure. This is TACCOM control.
I'm going to switch my gamepad over to D-pad mode and see if that helps.
Good to hear you. So you're running your trials today. I wish I could be with you. You shouldn't have any problems. Beggar's Canyon isn't
Do easy, I might have to.
Good luck. Thanks.
I want to say this might be one of those LucasArts games, though, where you don't get the full easy, the full ending if you do it on easy. Yeah, I can't even get past the training, chat.
Green leader to Rookie 1. Are you ready? Yes, sir.
Pro gamer.
We're approaching the canyon run. Begin with basic flight maneuvers. Stay tight, follow our lead, and stay clear of the walls.
Clear of the walls. Gotcha. Ace. Okay. No. Okay, yeah, we're switching it back to the analog stick. Ace level combat 7 playthrough. What could go wrong? Yeah. I mean, this part I can do.
Rookie 1, we're approaching a fork in the canyon. Green 2 will go left. You can go with him, but if you're really a hot shot, follow me to the right.
I'll follow you to the right, because I is hot shot.
Now take it nice and easy through the pass up here, but get ready to make a sharp left.
No.
Okay. Easy now. Now pull hard over.
Whee!
Now the other way.
Whee!
Good.
Oops.
Congratulations, Rookie 1. Now let's try a little target practice.
Yeah, let's see how bad my aim is again.
Prepare to engage target drones. Shoot any we pass over, but stay with us.
Okay. Okay. 1 down. Okay, 2. Ah! Boo. Yeah, I know there was a version of this on Sega CD. I don't have Sega CD, so... And it would have been less colors, too. So it would have looked worse. Because Sega CD only had 64 colors. Approaching fork in the canyon. I can't read that right now. From there, you proceed to the nap point spoon. Yeah. Okay, good. Oh wow, I'm hitting a lot of them this time, chat. I did not do bad there.
Well done, Rookie 1. It looks like you've earned yourself an A-wing.
I did not do bad there.
Don't try any stunts with Commander Farrell. He won't appreciate it.
He won't appreciate it. He doesn't like stunts. 78%. That's not bad. That's impressive for me.
Rookie 1, this is Commander Farrell. Report in. Rookie 1, standing by, Commander. All right, before we begin, let's get something straight. I don't like hotshots.
So love me.
If you want to impress me, show me control and discipline. Without them, you won't stand a chance against the Empire. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now follow me into the asteroid field. Shoot the ice asteroids, but dodge the rocky ones.
Voice acting, GG, thanks. Voice acting is a lot better than that King's Quest. Oh, watch out for that. Oh, no. Okay. Come on, please. Darn it, I can't hit any of the freaking ice asteroids. No! Oh, please, please, please. Why can't I hit them? Hold over there and... Okay. Jeez, almost got hit again.
Not bad.
Holy Hannah, I did not do well there.
Report to the Collaborator system for the final phase of your training. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same joke again. King's Quest voice acting is peak, especially the screams falling off the cliff. I gotta cut those into. Oops, I bumped the mic. Sorry, I gotta cut those into a short. Well, let's see if I die, chat. Again.
Rookie 1, welcome
Buckle
to
up.
Commodore. This is Commander Rumor Lane. I'll be leading you through the last phase of your flight training. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Are you single?
You impressed Commander Farrell.
Oh.
That's not easy.
I mean, I asked the question.
I'm a little more forgiving,
He should be asking the question.
So follow me closely, and may the Force be with you.
I'd be the Jedi getting hauled into HR. Oh, no, not already. No. No, balls. This is because I asked her out, isn't it? I do feel like my joystick's drifting. I don't know why. No! Ah! Well, one more hit. Well, there we went. Yep, reported to HR because you be sus. I can't help it, Kimmy. Okay, one hit, okay. All right, oh, no! I'll read the chat in a moment. I see it moving. Okay, deep breath, deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Oh, no. Balls! Balls! You be on the dark side. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
So follow me closely, and may the Force be with you.
The Force is not with me, chat. I'm gonna have to switch it to baby mode at this point. This is my last life, too. And I think you don't get a password until after this level, and then I can start continuing, if I ever survive this one. Oh, balls! No. Shoot! I was doing so well, I thought. Well, hell! Son of a...
So follow me closely.
Oh, good. I've got an extra. Okay. Last life. Here we go. If I could just make it through this, I'll get a password, chat. If I could just survive. Survive. That's all I need. I don't care about points. I don't care about high scores. I just want to live. Okay. Please, please, please, please. Please. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Follow me to base and we'll get you assigned to a squadron.
Oh, hydration break.
I'll let you buy me a drink for that fancy flying.
Hey, she's letting me buy her a drink too. Holy Hannah. Okay, the password is Biggs. Biggs. Holy Hannah. Oh, chat. Oh, chat.
Meanwhile, in space over Tatooine.
Do do do do do do do do do do do do. Fancy high-resolution graphics.
We have them, Lord Vader. Within moments, our troops will board their ship. We'll then have the stolen plans back in our possession. And Princess Leia as well.
Excellent. I shall oversee her interrogation personally.
Not the best Darth Vader impression. Not the best, fake James Earl Jones.
We're doomed. I'm afraid there'll be no escape for the princess this time.
Oh, I'm glad they subtitled the beeps.
R2-D2, where are you going? Secret mission? What plans? I'm not getting in there. It's restricted. Oh, I'm going to regret this. Are you sure this thing is safe?
Lord Vader, the battle station plans are not on board this ship. And no transmissions were made. An escape pod was jettisoned during the fighting. No life forms were present.
She must have hidden the plans in the escape pod. Send a detachment down to retrieve them. See to it personally, Commander. There will be no one to stop us this time.
Yes, sir.
Chapter 4. Star Destroyer Attack. Oh, yeah.
Attention all pilots. Report to battle stations immediately. Tatooine base is under attack.
Oh, noes!
Well, kid, I think it's time you graduated to an X-Wing.
Okay, team. This is for real now. Check in.
We're in an X-Wing.
Mirror standing by. Good. Stay sharp. There's a Star Destroyer in orbit. Probably coordinating the attack below. We'll have to take out its command center. Or we won't stand a chance on the surface. Okay, here we go.
Will do. All right. But I've only got one life. But the good news is I got a password, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Why can't I ever hit anything? It like says I've got a lock and then it doesn't hit anything when I... Okay. No. Oh, well, hell. Oops.
Too bad. That rookie had promised. We'll have to go it without him.
Too bad. Oh, well. Game over again. All right. I don't care about the high score. All right. Let's get the password. Let's try it again. Okay, here, let's skip the cutscenes. Do. Jeez, I can't hit anything. Yeah, so sad. Exactly, yeah. Okay. Darn it, I can't hit anything. Darn it, I can't hit those lasers at all. And all the damage I took. Balls! I can't knock out these lasers. You know, we're supposed to be a team. Where's the rest of these ships? All right. And here come the... Okay, man, I can't hit him. All I hear is Squidward talking. Come on, there, thank you. No, please don't shoot me, please. Balls. Is that what Squidward talks like? I have never watched SpongeBob. Never watched SpongeBob. To my everlasting shame. Will you please, thank you. Walking? Well, hey, to be fair, neither has Sarah Cassera. Walking. I thought you said talking. Oh, my mistake. Is that what he sounds like when he walks then? Okay. No! I can't hit any of them. Yeah, is it? All right. I need to watch SpongeBob someday. Just to familiarize myself, just so I'll get more of the memes. No! Please stop shooting me, please! Will you please why can't you hit anything? Never ever. Nope, I never have. But to be fair, neither has Sarah. So I mean, at least I'm just as much of a failure with SpongeBob as Sarah. Good night and good luck. May the fourth be with you. Thank you, Judd. Have a good night. We're gonna stop this pretty soon. I'm gonna continue until 1, and that'll be it. We'll see if I can beat this at level before 1 o'clock. Okay, have a good night. By the way, just a reminder, if you're currently lurking, thanks for lurking. If you're VOD watching, thank you for doing so. Like, subscribe, do all the things, etc. and so forth. Balls! You don't have an excuse. Sarah is Japanese. I don't have an excuse. That is true. That is true. Wait, but she's American. She's Japanese American, Kimmy. Boomer, silent. No. Oh, man. A knife through the heart. I'll have to read that later, Daylin. I can't stop looking at the. Oh, just die! Balls, balls, balls, balls, balls, balls, balls, balls. Possibly got copyright struck over the Sonic the Hedgehog. Could be, because I'm probably going to get a lot of copyright flags tonight. Okay, I am repairing, but it's too slow. No!
Too bad. That rookie has...
Ah, no. Yeah. All right. One more run. This is the run. This is the run, chat. I know that this isn't going to be the run. Maybe I'll try it with the mouse now. Let me try it. Well, but I've got the controls reversed, so it won't do me any good. All right. Why can't I hit them? It says I'm locked and... All right, there. Okay, there was a couple of them. Is it because I'm shooting too fast? Maybe. Why won't you hit anything? I can't be this bad of a shot. What the hell, man? Funny because Sonic 2 is the game of its origin, not one. There's a discrepancy. Oh, gotcha. Oh, well, hell. Why did I read chat right then? Okay, come on. Why isn't it? I'm like right on them. It's... can't believe this. You scream like a droid. I feel like a droid. I don't understand. I don't understand why I'm having such a problem hitting anything. I can't hit. I don't understand. I don't understand why it won't lock onto anything. Oh. All right, I'm trying the mouse. Even though it's reversed controls, chat, I'm trying the mouse. Oh, that's really working well for me. Can I reverse the control? Well, maybe it is. Maybe. Okay, I think of the mouse as it's maybe trying to use a combination. Oh, here we go. Yep. Balls! Chat. I can't be just this bad, can I? Am I really this bad? Am I really this bad? I remember Angry Video Game Nerd hating this. Of course, he was playing it on the Sega CD, which is even worse, I guess. I'm glad I picked the best Star Wars game ever tonight for the phony, baloney Star Wars Day thing. What? I'm right on it! Hell. Okay. May the 4th be with you. Welcome in, Red. Welcome in. We are playing Rebel Assault now. We finished looking at the Star Wars clone trailers already, which was a lot more fun than this because I didn't have to feel like I was getting my ass handed to me. Well, obviously not, because I was just watching trailers. It would take a lot for a trailer to hand me my own ass. Lots of Squidward. Yeah, Kimmy was saying the same thing.
Too bad. That rookie had promise.
No, he didn't. He didn't have any promise. All right. I'm going to change the controls. Game options. We're going to switch the, we're going to make the Y flipped. Okay. We're going to leave it hard, though. I mean, the medium, space debris. Yeah. It won't lock. I don't know what it is. It says it's locking on, but then it never locks on. Come on, please! I am not this bad. I am not this bad. I can't be this bad. Okay, there's one. Balls! Please, just hit it. Just, oh, there. Okay. That scream, yeah, I know. Balls, no, please. Come on, man. Oh. How long were you stuck here? I don't know, pretty close to a half hour now. About 20 minutes, I'd say now. On the same level. No. Should just kept watching Star Wars trailers all night, or clone trailers all night. You got this, I don't know. Please hit something! Show me your real gamer skills. I feel like putting it in baby mode. Got one hit and I'm dead. One hit and I'm dead. Oh, well, one more hit and I'm dead. Like the hit I'm about to get. Yep, like that one. Oh, good. All right. Okay, come on. I'm trying to show my real gamer skills, but apparently these are my real gamer skills. They have no problem hitting me. Why can't I hit them? Come on. Come on, just hit something. some TIE fighters again. Please hit him. Well, there we go.
Too bad. That rookie had promised. We'll have to go it without him.
One more run. One more run, chat. One more run. This is the run. Oops, I said start a new game. No.
Are you ready?
Wrong one. No. Just a sec. I gotta quit it. I gotta quit and get back in. Just a moment, chat. Because I botched it. Upper left, sure. Or right. There. Good enough. Okay, and center. Okay. Just returned to stream. Nost Red is here. Yes. All right, let's put in the password. And do I have everything reversed? Dialogue is on. Controls Y flipped because of the... No, I'm gonna leave them normal this time. Okay, exit menu. And the passcode is BIGGS. Come on, hit something, please, anything. One of them? Can you hit one of them, please? Maybe I should switch the controls back to being Y flipped. Perfection with the jank gameplay. Yeah. Well, it probably plays okay with a flight stick. I said that earlier. But yeah, it's... but... I might switch it to baby mode. Chat, I might switch it to baby mode after this. Ah, good. Why am I not hitting him? It keeps saying I'm locked, and then it... There. That's better. More jank DOS perfect. Yeah. Well, it's hard to believe this is the same engine that they used for the fighting parts of Full Throttle. Ah! Okay. Okay, got one. Come on, just... I'm just going to use the mouse for a second. Just use the mouse right now. Oh, please. Please, please, please. Oh, can't even remember which way's up and down anymore. It's not Full Throttle, but I miss Road Rash. Ah. I know I played Road Rash once, but I never really got into it. I wish it would, like, give you more of a pause to heal up your shields. Ah, balls. All right, just deep breath. Let the cutscene play for a moment. There we go. Remember me and my family members playing in multiplayer? Ah, gotcha. Nice. Unfortunately, I didn't ever really have family members who were big on games. It was pretty much just me. Outside of the ones that liked Tetris and Dr. Mario type of things, just puzzle games like that. Oh, come on. Seriously? Come on. Oh, wow. All right. No! Got myself some food. Nice, nice. Enjoy your meal, Red. I'm finally doing almost decent. I say that and I jinx it. All right, so there was one that I missed down there. Watching some boxing match. Nice. Nice, nice.
Too bad. That rookie...
Okay. I was doing good that time, chat. I was doing better. One more run. One more run. But nice, nice. I didn't know there was a boxing match on tonight.
Meanwhile, in space,
or was it live? Regardless, that's awesome. Mine mostly weren't, but there was some exception. I had 3 relatives that I played Tetris and Dr. Mario SNES. Gotcha, nice, nice, both individually and mixed mode. My boy won Great Fight too. Ooh,
well, kid,
sweet.
It's time you graduated to an X-wing.
You got this. Thank you, Kimmy. I don't know, but well, Please, please, please. I don't want to graduate to an X-wing. I just want to... just give me a baby ship or something. Shoot! Really? Really? It was the Title Defense Live Monster Inoue. Huh. Nice. Well, I am glad that your fighter won. He's hella gangsta. I'll have to... I'm not really familiar with boxers. Surprise, surprise. I mean, I remember Floyd Mayweather. Oh, God, and now I'm sounding like a boomer. know nothing about boxing other than I had boxing gloves as a kid. Well, I know the old Nintendo game Punch-Out. Balls, stop shooting me! I only know some sports stuff because older brother. Gotcha. Ah! And Punch-Out. Okay. Jeez, they're all coming in so fast. I swear, it's like they've turned up the difficulty, chat. I am not crazy. It does seem like it's gotten more difficult. So I got gym equipment for them. Oh. I do boxing and judo. Oh, very cool. Very cool. I didn't know that, Red. I mean, I knew you did, went to the gym. I didn't know you did that. That's awesome. And fencing. I did taekwondo and fencing. Nice, nice. Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that, Red. All right. I can't believe this. I can't believe we just keep playing the same. I feel like I'm playing Star Tropics, chat. I do. I feel like I'm playing Star Tropics. So much confidence in folding people. Nice. Balls! Kimmy out there destroying balls. LOL, I play a lot at Sky Zone. Nice. I have never been to Sky Zone except one time I had to deliver something there for a side gig. It always looked like it always looked pretty cool. Boxing and judo is a painful combo to underestimate in battle, I can imagine. I didn't... That's awesome. Sky Zone always looked nice. I didn't even know Sky Zone existed until just like a year ago. All right. Chat. Game options. Let's see if I can do it in baby mode. Sky Zone is a trampoline park with a bunch of soft cushion and balls pit. Okay, I didn't know they had the ball pit. I knew they had like I thought they had like a climbing wall and stuff. But the trampoline stuff I think I'd seen when I went in there. We're going to try it with, is it? No, I didn't mean to do new game balls. All right, let's open it up again. It's got courses. Oh, does it? Okay. I accidentally quit the game, chat. Like Ninja Warrior. Ooh, sweet. Okay, calibrate the joystick. Calibrate the joystick. They do have a climbing obstacle, if I can speak, obstacle course. Can you trampoline into the ball pit? That would be awesome. All right. Game options. Difficulty, no, not hard. Yeah, well, I assume it depends on location. Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, mine, I just know it in passing. All right, we're trying in baby mode, chat. How much do you want to bet I still lose? How much you want to bet? I'll read chat in a moment. Ah, no. Yeah, I'm in easy mode and I still feel like it's beating my... You ain't a babu. And yet I still can't do it. I just want to jump as high as I can, meet myself like Scrooge McDuck in the coins. Yeah. Oh, no! This is... Chat, that's easy mode. Yeet myself into a ball pit like Screw into the gold coins. That would be awesome. Those gold coins always had to hurt. You can't convince me that was comfy for Scrooge McDuck to dive into that. I'm in baby mode and I still can't do it. Why can't I hit anything? I'm in baby mode and I still can't. I still suck. This game sucks, chat. Balls! Stop shooting me! Please. Okay. Well, if you can rest on giant balls and someone dive into it sent flying. Ah. Okay. No! Into a ball pit or those square foam cushion. Ah, it's perfection. No, it's not, Omegs. This game sucks. I want to love it. IRL Disney created large round plastic gold coins for a DuckTales ball pit. Nice. Okay, here we go. Ignore chat, maybe just lock in. Yeah, I know. But even locked in, I think I'd still be struggling. Like those, why can't I hit them? Why can't I hit them? that? I couldn't hit that for the life of me. Okay. And if my ship would quit spinning, can't you drive straight? Keep saying it's locked, and it's not locked on Jack. What the hell? I was right on it! Yeah, well. Matt need balls to lock in. I don't know what I need. I don't know what I need. I don't know what, as long as Omex is here. I should have just made this all night watching the trailers. No, I need to pay attention. Okay, there we go. Come on, hit it! Yeah! Hydration break, yeah, once I get to another pause, I will. Once I lose again, I will. Pretend it's a giant meatball, yeah. Like that other gang, yeah. Glay Lancer. Ah! That's bull. Bull. I don't understand. They can hit me right and left, but I can't hit them at all. No, once you win, yeah.
Too bad. That rookie
Too
had promise.
bad.
We'll have to go it without him.
Oh, well.
I don't want to date her anymore. I bought her a drink too, apparently. I regret that. And I'm on baby mode. Skip the cutscenes. No! Stop! Just a sec. Maybe if I can just keep dodging a little. There, okay. I'll read chat momentarily. Why can't you, No, I don't need to hit all, but the thing is, if I don't hit them, they shoot at me. So I'm just trying to knock out the lasers so that they don't hit me. This game sucks. Okay. I'm critical too, that's the worst part. See? Darn it! Ah! Hydration break. Just want to hit them so they can't shoot at me. These are the things you need to destroy to win it, is you gotta knock out the towers, apparently, I think. Well, hell! All right. If I don't knock it out on this run, then I'm calling it. Okay, that's one. Balls, come on, just lock on! You keep saying you're locked. They're coming in too fast! Every run is the best run. Oh my gosh. Okay, I wonder if there's another button to auto lock on. Nope, it's a one button game, Omegs. It's a joystick and one button, which really sucks. I've been playing Expedition 33, amazing game, Game of the Year contender. Interesting, I'll have to look it up. I've heard the name. I haven't really watched any gameplay of it, I don't think. Expedition 33 on my list of games to buy this year. Dev team is former Ubisoft. And they priced their game Steam around $30. 30? Okay. Highest Steam rating too. Nice, nice. All right, one more run. One more run. This is it. This is it, chat. This is it. This is it. This is it. I mean it. This is it. On console, it's $50.
Meanwhile,
and see, again, that's why I think this is why I keep. I'm pausing it. This is why I keep thinking we could be heading towards a console crash, because it's reached a point that PC is really just so much affordable, so much more affordable, especially when you look at what Nintendo and Xbox are doing right now. PS5 is $50. Okay. Still getting physical. Yeah, see, I agree. I'd be wanting the physical more, though. I agree. I buy physical whenever I can. Even with my older PC stuff anymore, I've been hunting down a lot of the big buck stuff. Goon Souls. Wait, what? Consoles affordable? Well, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, in comparison to the RDI Halcyon, it's affordable, but I don't know. I just get a vibe. Maybe I'm wrong. Because there's been so much outcry about the Switch 2. $400 running better than above average PC setup with barely any issue. Fair enough, fair point. Fair on that. While 2K PC have optimization struggles, yeah. See, I don't, but that's because I play old stuff. I mean, at $750, you can get a whole new PC that run above average. I guess time will tell. We'll see what happens in the next year or so. Switch 2 game price is stupid. Yes. I think Nintendo's making a critical error. Microsoft, I kind of expect it, because Microsoft's going to be Microsoft, but Nintendo, I expected different. You can't run the latest title as well. I'd be curious to try. I'll tell you, that would be something I'd be interested in streaming. I'd be curious how well my PC can perform with really new stuff in like the highest quality graphics. Because I can tell you my PCs are not, they are budget builds. Outputting upscale 4K 120, okay. See, and I don't play 4K, that's the thing. Or even 120 FPS. I only play 60. I would be curious to see how my PC would benchmark. The gaming PC, I mean. I wouldn't want to fry the streaming one by accident. should have played TIE Fighter. I would say you're HD 720 and full HD 1080, so you should be fine. Yeah. I do 1080. Even this, technically, I'm doing it at 1080. It just doesn't look at it. If you're building a PC yourself, you don't have to buy all the parts at once. That's true. Optimize for the games you buy them. Save a fortune and have great performance. If you want, you can get a game off of Steam, play it at high settings, and refund after getting the results. That's true. Just a sec. I guess if I ever try Marvel Rivals, that would be a... No, hit it, please! Just hit it! Okay, and deep breath, and here they come. Why can't I hit anything? I don't understand. I don't understand. Please just hit something. Anything. Thank you. Not that it matters because I'm about to get blown away by these TIE fighters. Yep. Yep, here they come. Yep. I don't know what the newer game run on, to be honest, since I have a 4070 laptop and 4080 desktop. I know the PS5 GPU is equivalent to 2080 or 3070, and see, I run AMD, so I have no idea what the NVIDIA equivalent is. Well, screw... we're heading to... just a moment. Let me turn off the text. I don't need that anymore. Let's head back into the library, shall we? Oh, chat. That was Rebel Assault. I don't know about you, but I had more fun watching the trailers. Yeah, the trailers were fun. That was a good way to celebrate Star Wars. But because I know PS, okay, but because most of the console have similar hardware, optimization makes it run so much better. Madamus Rivals is the game loading into instant round loss. Yeah, that's gonna dream floating in space. Oh, probably. I tell you, that's what messed me up last night. Is so some of you know I've started working on my first cover, and I was working on backgrounds and trying to get everything set so that I could start actually recording it with my model. And I was doing that until probably like 3 in the morning, and I had my side gig that I had to get up for at 7, and I didn't sleep at all. All I could see was that damn song in my head, which I'm not going to give away what the song is yet, but yeah. May the 4th be with you or something. So tomorrow night, we are going to be playing some Theme Hospital. We're going to continue Theme Hospital tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to, I hope it turns out well, Kimmy. If not, then it'll be my first and last cover. I don't know. I'm probably trying to do too much with the little equipment I have as far as like video editing and whatnot, but I just want it to, I don't want it to be just a karaoke thing. I want it to at least look and sound somewhat polished. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, tomorrow night, more Theme Hospital. Tuesday night, more. In fact, where's the schedule? Let's just look at the schedule real quick. Tuesday night, exploring the back, more yapping. Wednesday night, revisiting Karate Survivor, which I haven't played in forever and a day. And Thursday, we're starting The Curse of Monkey Island, which is awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, you know what? I just realized I forgot. We're going back into something real quick. No, it's only going to get better first cover. Well, thank you, Kimmy. I'm not much of a singer, but thank you. I appreciate it. There is something I forgot. Just a moment. Matt, 3D concert tour went. No. I can't operate my model in 3D. Wish I could. I forgot a trailer, and it was an important trailer. And I just realized this a few minutes while we were playing this game. There was an important clone trailer that I forgot. So let's take a look at that real quick. That is the ultimate of all the Star Wars clones. Have y'all ever heard of the man who saved the world, or the man who saves the world? So it's often called Turkish Star Wars. They stole a bunch of Star Wars footage and put it into a movie in Turkey. As one does, because it's Turkish. We gonna get Matt covered before GTA 6? Yes. Yes, you will. That's for sure. Your karaoke streamer, Sussy and fun. Oh, thank you, Kimmy. This song won't be Sussy, though. I'm not doing the Balls song as my first one. There's something I really wanted to do, good or bad. Okay, so Turkish Star Wars, which got a Blu-ray release, but now it's out of print. Unfortunately, they bootlegged a bunch of Star Wars footage and tried to make a plot around it. And they put in Indiana Jones music too, apparently. Greetings, Hierarchy. Welcome in, welcome in.
Galaksi boşluğundaki savaşlarının filmi. Dünyayı kurtaran adam. Cüneyt Arkın. Dünyamız üzerinde insanın yaşadığı tek gezegen midir? Öyleyse geçmiş ilkel dünyamızı uzay arabalarıyla ziyaret eden bilinmeyen tanrılar kimlerdir?
Yeah, we were watching, hope you're having a good day, Hierarchy. I hope you're feeling better as well. We were watching some Star Wars clone trailers and then playing a very difficult Star Wars game, Rebel Assault, and after screaming a bit, we switched back to some more trailers. Yes, thank you for posting Hierarchy's links. Thank you, Red. Thank you, Kimmy. Be sure to check her out, subscribe to her, etc., so forth. Click the notification bell, do all the things. So this is Turkish Star Wars. Or the man who saves the world.
Dünyayı kurtaran adam. Cüneyt Arkın. İnançları, umutları vardı ve hepsi kardeştiler. Çünkü hepsi bir kabileden gelmişti. 13.
Have all the fun, win the game.
Ve beyne dokundu. Dünyayı kurtarın, dünyayı kurtarın.
So this is how Turkey interpreted Star Wars.
Dünyayı kurtaran adam, Cüneyt Arkın. Dünyayı kurtaran adam. Bilinmeyen bir güç bizi kendine çekiyor. Dünyadan çok uzaklaştık. Canavarlar dünyanın kanını emmek için hücuma geçtiler. Ateş yağdırıyor. İnsanları şimşek gibi bir ışınla öldürüyorlar.
This might be the greatest movie ever.
Ölümsüzlük ve yeniden doğma Nuh'un gemisiyle başlamıştı.
Immortality, Noah's Ark was, wait, what? Immortality begins with Noah's Ark, and Noah's Ark was a spaceship. Kimmy learning from the best mod around. Yeah, I wish I had the Blu-ray of this. I wish I had the Blu-ray of this.
Dünyayı kurtaran adam, Cüneyt Arkın. Dünyayı kurtaran adam, yönetmen Çetin İnan. Dünyayı
Dünyayı kurtaran adam. Cüneyt Arkın. Aytekin Akkaya.
Dude, that song was the disco version of Battlestar Galactica. We need to watch along for some of these movies. Yes, we do. That's one thing I want to do once we have memberships is do some watch-alongs. For the bad and the good. Because I would like to do Star Trek the Motion Picture someday, a watch-along.
Dünyasız insan, insansız dünya olamaz. Çünkü insan evrende en büyük değerdir. Uzayın çılgın boşluğunda
I wish the Blu-ray of this wasn't out of print. If I'd known that it was available, I would have picked it up in a heartbeat. I didn't even know it was available, I guess, a couple of years ago. I don't know what this is!
Dünyayı kurtaran adam.
I thought it was looping for a minute, but no, it wasn't.
Dünyayı kurtaran adam sinemamızda.
Coming soon to this theater. This one right here. Yeah. Yeah. Were there any others that I missed that were worthwhile? The sound effects are awesome. Yeah. That, and someday we do need to do a watch along too of the Aqua Teen movie. That has nothing to do with Star Wars, but we do need to do a watch along of it's just 100 karate chops to victory. Exactly. Oh my gosh. I would love there to be a movie titled that, 100 karate chops to victory. I would love to. That just sounds awesome. Like 5 Fingers of Death. Yeah. Yeah, I always mention Aqua Teen, and hardly anyone even knows what Aqua Teen is anymore, and that makes me sad. Okay, let's go ahead and head back into the library and wrap it up. Let's head back into the library and wrap up for the night. Where's the button? That's the button. Oh, that wasn't even the right button. I hit the wrong transition. Oh, well. Okay. Star Wars clone movies, and we played Rebel Assault, and I screamed a lot, and we're doing other things tomorrow. Let's see. 5 Fingers. Wait, is that from Narnia? No, there is it's a Shaw Brothers movie. Oh gosh, it had a couple different names. One of the names, the actual Shaw Brothers title was King Boxer, but it was released in the U.S. as 5 Fingers of Death, which is an awesome title. Let's see who's streaming, shall we? Let's see who we can raid into. It's not that late. There should be people awake. Someone's got to be awake. People need to be awake. It's not time for bed. Heck, I should keep streaming. Matt, what's up with your... Which one? Which Twitter which one? I just snapped a photo of my room. Goonimus of the Bat. No! It's just where I stream from. I just like to be comfortable when I'm streaming. Let's see who's on. Before I say something awful. Redirect. Who's on tonight? Okay, we rated her the other day. Cup the Kasuni is on. Eddie Piffle, Kurosaki, Kura. Fair enough. Let me see what that said. Do you know specifically what I'm referring? I have never watched Naruto. I'm sorry, Daylin. That's kinky. I'm sorry. Kimmy, I don't know what comes over me at night when I post this stuff. I just have the idea enter my head, and it's like, oh, that'll make a good post, and then I get like just 1 or 2 responses, and oh, that didn't go viral. Oh well, he was in chains walking around the room. Well, we all have our own chains we wear, or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. The freak come out at night. No, well, I don't know if it's the freak, but it is my bad decision making. That's for sure. Okay, who do we got? Jiri Mokra, okay, I don't know who that is. Midna is on. Miyu's on. Aiko's on. You know what? Let's go ahead and do, yeah. Is Aiko still on, or did Aiko, I broke my chains. Freakamus. No, I'm not Freakamus. Is Aiko still on, or did she end? Let's see. Let's see if Aiko is still on. Just a moment. Chat. Yeah, she's still on. Truth or squat? Ask me questions, I'll answer, or squat. 3D model workout. Oh. Okay, then. Yeah, all right. We're going to raid into our good friend Aiko Zuri, who is apparently squatting or something. Yeah. Oh, okay. In Naruto, it is called 1,000 Years of Death, but it is kind of freaky. Okay, well, I'll have to see it sometime. I know nothing about Naruto except for, yeah, the thumbnail. Yeah, that's a thumbnail, all right. Squats win. Let's get to memberships first. She is silly, yes. But thank you, everyone who stopped in. Thank you, Red, Omegs, Kimmy, Daylin, Judd, Hiraki, anyone else who's been lurking. Thank you for lurking. If you've been VOD watching, thank you for VOD watching. Tomorrow night, once again, what are we doing tomorrow? Theme Hospital, 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Till then, oh, I need to, hold on. Okay, I guess because we're doing a Star Wars thing, let's do an Imperial back library raid. Because let's be honest, the Empire were, you know, the more time... Thanks to Disney, I now think the Empire were the good guys. She is more say-so than Rhea, Mizuki, and Furry. That is probably true, Red. That is probably true. Yeah, tomorrow night, Theme Hospital, Imperial back library raid. Sure, I'm tired. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.